So pretty nice touch. I mean, even look at this. This thing pops off for access to your, right? If you have a water cooler or something, you need to access this to pull it off. That's nice. Gosh, that is just...
I'm surprised they don't have a version of this with two
windows?
2 windows.
They may sell it as an option.
No, it's maybe.
I gotta say though, I mean, that is just...
It's a nice case.
That's just a lot of value for $148.
Did you take off the screw?
There was one here I pulled.
Wonder where. Oh, it's because of this right here. I got to take off this as well, I think. Do.
Yeah, I don't know. Huh.
Don't know?
No, I'm just trying to think of, I mean, I guess if you have a clear window in
There we go. And we are, looks like we're back on YouTube.
Yay! Hi, YouTube.
Sweet.
We're just,
so as of right now, Twitch is good. YouTube is back, just in case you want to go over there. But hey, you know, you can still watch us on Twitch.
How is this? In theory, there's nothing holding it in place anymore. Oh, there's one on the bottom. I think there's 2 screws in the bottom.
Leslie says just heat trap behind the PCB.
You need this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
that's a pain.
There's one here. There's like another one.
Oh, are you trying to get the...
trying to get the shroud off just because I just want to see what it looks like.
Well, I wonder if you don't necessarily have to do it to slide the power supply.
No, you don't. You don't. I just...
Is there a bracket you use? Does it come in the bracket? Or is
yeah, I just took it off.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't have to take off the rest of this shroud, but I was just trying to disassemble it. I guess in the interest of time and our potential $5 winnings, I'll leave this then.
I think we've lost our $5.
Hope. Hope is what motivates us all. All right.
Yeah, we're up and running on YouTube.
The in here,
Thank you,
Martin,
everyone, for being
can
patient.
See what it looks like. Ta-da! That's the section. Oh wait, did you switch cameras, Adam? Real quick.
Now I'm in. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
This is the space for the power supply.
Sweet.
Underneath the shroud, right there.
I like it.
And there are rubber.
And the bracket goes right here.
Rubber mounts to absorb some of the vibration from the power supply.
Sweet.
Looks like you can fit up to a 1,500 watt power supply in there. What do you need?
Put the screw back for the shroud, please.
Oh, look, and we literally have Bob Ross in the chat. He's even got his little picture. Yeah, so next time, hopefully Gordon won't spill beer on the YouTubes.
Do you think Bob Ross is a Mac user or a PC user?
Oh no,
he's probably a hardcore PC user. I'm going to guess extended ATX, Tri-SLI system.
He is definitely a PC user. He's definitely not a Mac user. He's not hipster enough. Or maybe some people would say he's the original hipster.
Well, he doesn't. Does he still do the show?
He's dead.
Wow, that got somber really fast.
Sorry to break it to you, he's dead. But Twitch does stream his shows. The last time I checked, they were on Netflix.
No, I was wondering because you said they streamed his shows.
Yeah,
but
well,
he's passed.
He has passed, but
Wait,
he's still awesome.
How are they able to stream on Twitch without a copyright infringement?
I think it's his family. I believe it's his family. Somebody can hopefully correct me.
Just like in 300 years, Gordon, these PC builds will still be being
It's true. Yes.
And people will be saying, you don't know who Gordon Moang is?
I have no idea.
PC build, man.
And Rusty Shackelford says he's asking Bob Ross in the chat if that we can get permission to use the joy of PC building. Bob Ross has not replied to us, so we'll see what happens.
All right, so I'm taking out the power supply. I'll pop this in.
Elena, why aren't there lights on it?
Because it's going to be hidden. And as gratuitous as this build is, I figured that if you were really building this, why spend money on that? Because then you have the option of pretty much any power supply you want. You're not limited just to, I think, Thermaltake right now.
Oh.
This is a Corsair RM750i. Looking
I think this one's about like 120,
Yeah, 130 on Google Express, which is like what? Why would they have
Fry's
that?
Electronics.
Fry's at 130.
Wow, look at this manual, y'all.
Yeah.
This is a chunky manual.
130 for 750.
Just for a power supply.
Although it is also a multilingual manual, but dang, look at that.
That is thick.
Fully modular.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
makes no
hate.
sense.
Don't hate on it. Don't
And
hate on it.
before you get into your modular versus not modular discussion,
say anything.
I'm just going to say that to
You're
clarify, Bob Ross's son manages the IP, so that's why they're able to stream on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
And also, John is reminding us that he died quite young at ripe old age of 52,
Oh,
unfortunately.
that is pretty young.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's sad.
He died in the early 90s, I guess, from
but work touched everyone.
lymphomia cancer.
Oh.
Oh, that's really sad.
So that's a bummer. But we continue to build PCs in his name. This stream is dedicated to Bob
Orient
Ross.
fan downward.
So you're going to push out.
Well, there's really no
Yeah.
sense in pointing the fan up right
True.
into the shroud.
True.
Well, most of them built to suck in through the intake.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a suck in and blow out of the back?
Yeah, well, all power supplies exhaust that I know of these days. I haven't seen a true passive in a long time, but
It's not
does
truly
this have
passive
reversible
though.
labels? No. Some power supplies do have reversible labels.
Another reason to have a shroud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like shrouds are like a newer thing. You think that's like a new trend?
came up with the idea a decade ago because I'm not into cleaning up wires. Just cover it up. It's like your car. You ever opened up the hood of the engine compartment of an Audi? It looks like a land closet blew up. So they put a big piece of plastic on it. Sorry, Audi owners. It's just true.
How is this supposed to orient?
And we got people giving us cheers. I just want to shout out to Nathan Lowry. He gave us 101 little pyramid things because he's part of the Illuminati. And then our own Sticky Couch Brad gave us 5 Illuminati points.
What does that mean?
On Twitch, Illuminati points are how you become the rulers of the internet. So the more Illuminati triangles you get, the better. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I just like the Illuminati. Also, yeah, Arcsystech is asking, is it weird that I'm simultaneously streaming the show on both platforms?
No.
He just doesn't want to choose one.
Everyone should do that.
I've done that before, actually, for like Full Nerd.
Yeah.
Where I'll have it in Twitch because there is less latency, but all the people are commenting on YouTube, so I'll have the YouTube one open and on silent, so I can at least feel like I'm part of a community.
Yeah,
Are we streaming to Facebook?
Yeah, we are streaming to Facebook as well. Facebook did not go down when you spilled the beer, but on there's been plenty of people telling us that the Twitch has lower latency and a better quality too, which makes sense because they're all about streaming.
Well, our live stream has actually superseded Mark Zuckerberg's testimony in front of.
Oh man, we should be streaming that in the background.
I just wonder, like, at some point, did he feel like he wanted to be tech support? Senator, I will answer that question, but first you must right-click System Properties and tell me what version of Windows you are
Martin,
running.
I really like you and all, but I'm going to have to nudge you away.
And we got Green Bits here on Twitch. His name is Green Tech on YouTube, who's been helping us point these fans the right way.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
They should still put arrows on the fans. I'm sorry.
You should definitely still get arrows on the fans.
I would prefer that.
But it does make sense. Just the basic rule of thumb is you don't want to look at
that's
the
what I did
ugly
wrong.
label. So the ugly label should always be away from you.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to memorize it.
There we go.
John Phillips, our boss, is also streaming on both. Yeah.
Senator, have you rebooted your computer? Please unplug your DSL modem and wait for 5 minutes. People don't know this secret. When they tell you why, you know why they tell you to unplug your DSL modem for 5 minutes?
Why do they do that?
Because for 5 minutes, then they can screw around. Do you really think it needs to be powered down for 5 minutes? Like somehow the power is coursing through that DSL modem for like 5 minutes? Like, no. It's like within 10 seconds, that modem's off, right? It's de-energized. Why 5 minutes? Because then they're like, please, sir, Senator, please turn off your DSL modem for 5 minutes.
So they can do all the tricky stuff.
And then it's like, oh, okay, now please turn your computer off for 5 minutes.
Brian Tuck on Facebook says that you're starting to slur Gordon.
Wait, what? Is he accusing Gordon of being drunk?
Yeah.
That is
only
a
got
very
it from
serious
New York City
accusation,
on East
sir.
Coast time.
Also, Elvis Not on YouTube says Facebook is about to ban you for using knives.
Yes, that's
Gordon.
true. It's quite possible.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I don't know. Who knows?
Well, because I thought they started to crack down on like gun videos, right?
On Facebook?
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yes, it has actually been a critical discussion point, which we are not going to discuss politics, computers only.
Yeah. The joy of PC building.
Joy of PC building. You just dab it on there really quickly.
You just dab, dab, dab.
Dab.
Yeah, just a little happy trees. Just a little happy
Elena's
trees.
now about to install the power
Oh,
supply.
here we go. And here is
Sliding
the
power
power
supply
supply
in place.
sliding in nice and gently. Okay, now she's going
If
to
she
put the
can
thumb
finish
screws
this on
in.
par 5, she will get the green jacket. just like, when I think of like sports that regular people watch, you get a trophy, right? In sports where super rich watch, you get a jacket, like a green jacket, the yellow jacket, like, you know, like the
point,
whole
good
like
point.
yellow jacket thing, like that's it? You don't get a trophy?
Funny.
I'm sorry, but like, that's it, and it's a blazer. It's like, you ever gonna wear that somewhere? You think Tiger Woods like, oh, I got all these damn yellow jackets in the closet. Am I gonna wear them somewhere? Hell no. He probably like, can I get a trophy? I can put it up on top of the mantle in the fireplace.
People who have money don't like to flaunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, a trophy would be nice. All those accomplishments, and he gets a jacket.
And I'd like to give a shout out to DC147 who switched over from YouTube to Twitch. He's enjoying the ASMR stream.
What is ASMR?
Don't worry about it.
Is this a different media codec they're using?
Also, Ruru2 just gave us 100 Illuminati points
Ooh,
for a donation to me finding my LED fidget spinner.
You did find it.
No, I don't know where it is. He's
It's
donating to it, so I can find it.
Interesting.
I tried to quickly go through my desk, but
Wow.
unfortunately, I
I
have
just
to run the
realized
stream. So
What?
This has a lot of USB ports.
that is a lot. That's
a lot of USB.
12?
That is a lot of USB
No,
ports.
14.
Like a lot.
That is a lot of ports. You got
Well,
front
you know
side
what?
ports
you can
too.
never have enough USB ports. I'm sorry.
That's true.
How
But
many's that?
that is what this count.
How many on the front?
No,
Yes.
that's some of the ones.
3, 4, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8.
These two count
And then
too.
the Type C, and then you got the charging one. Oh,
Type
this
C?
is a USB
Oh, wow.
3.1.
Nice. On YouTube, on Twitch, ekind11 is asking, what are the differences between Corsair RMX 750 watt and RMI 750 watt?
I think the RMI is the intelligent version, so you can get telemetry out of the power supply.
Okay.
For people who want to change the voltage rails, which 99% don't. And then what it usually is for if you want to pretend you work in a power plant and you want to monitor your wattage consumed by your power supply and output on each
Oh,
rail.
that's my hair that's
in a
caught on
little
the
chart.
case.
Oh, no.
Careful. Speaking of hair, Rusty's asking, or he's stating that if only Elena had a big puffy afro wig.
Oh, I would be so
Joy of
unhappy.
PC building.
I hate fluffy hair. Like on
Dabbing
me.
something on somewhere? Yeah.
Sorry?
Dabbing something on. He was dabbing something on.
Oh.
Yeah, happy little trees. Happy little trees.
I'm actually going to put the storage in next.
Okay.
Just because I'm down
All
here
right, so
anyway.
3.5. Let me get out of the way because.
I'm not using the 3.5, but I did take the shroud off.
Oh, right.
It's
2.5.
necessary to do that because you will, if you're going to mess with the cables here for the modular power supply to plug them all in, you need to get access through that here. Or, I mean, you could do it from the back as well, but I feel like it's not easier with your whole
So
hand.
what you're not using M.2? You're using SATA.
Use SATA.
What's the rationale for that?
That's what I had on hand.
Okay. That's actually a very valid reason.
You know, why not? Oh man! Also, hey,
But you
shout
could,
out to
you could do an M.2. It's right here.
real quick shout out to Clayman on Twitch. He also just subscribed.
Oh,
so
thank
you, Clayman, for the sub.
You got your knife? I'll let you just do that.
So we have a follow-up question. How do those compare to the HXI?
I think the HXIs are higher end power supply.
Yeah,
So-
Japanese-made parts, that kind of
just
thing.
higher end components.
Got it.
This is nice, as Gordon mentioned earlier. There's enough room that if you wanted to put like what 1,200 watt, 1,500 watt power
could probably
supply,
go
it'll actually probably
1,600
fit.
watt.
Because there's an extra for this particular model. There's still like an inch and a half of room left.
Nice.
It'd be tough though. I mean, you'd get it out to here, then all the cables would smash into your drive bay. It'd still work, but that's definitely enough room for a really big power supply.
I'm assuming the drive bay is you can bring it out.
But you can actually remove
Yeah.
the drive bay.
Yeah,
So if
okay.
you're not going to install any actual hard disk drives,
Yeah.
you'd have take that out. You have all that room for cables.
Because you could have an M.2 and then 2 SATA. You know, you don't even need a hard disk.
Yeah, and we are using a SATA-based drive, and one thing people should be aware of is M.2 either goes in PCIe or SATA these days. The lower end drives are SATA because
Wow,
M.2
that
supports
is really
SATA
light.
and M.2. So actual performance-wise, SATA is really no different than an M.2 SATA.
Ruru2 on Twitch is saying for a $150 case,
Excuse me.
there better be room for a $1,500 PSU.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but you know, 150. I mean, you know, 150 used to be sort of well, above 150 it gets tough for cases. Really, people don't want to spend more than $100 for a case. But I can say for $150, it's very compelling here. You're getting a lot of features, a lot of nice polish.
Also, Brad is saying that the Corsair RMI supports Corsair Link Tech. So yeah. Also, Isaac Davis on YouTube's asking, do you recommend Cybertron PC over Digital Storm?
I think Cybertron is a little more
Cybertron.
a little more mass market. Is it actually the sub-brand of Digital Storm? I forget what Digital Storm. Digital Storm does have a sort of
Do we have
more.
the little hard drive or the SSD mounting screws? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you.
Digital Storm is a high-end brand, boutique brand. They make beautiful hardware. I think it's sort of comparing, you know, a Ferrari price versus, say, a Mustang price. You know, very different products. Cybertron, I don't know if they have a high-end boutique brand, so I don't want to speak ill of that. But Digital Storm, for the most part, a lot of their stuff is very, very high-end, catering to the ultra high-end. They do have more affordable stuff. I think there's some overlap between the two. So I think it really comes down to, price. You got to look at warranty. A lot of these vendors, they pick the parts and the looks that they think appeals to customers, so you got to kind of go with that. And then, look at the technical support, customer support that you're going to get out of them.
I have the power to transform Earth into
What do you
another
need?
Cybertron.
Screwdriver. Oh wait, there it is.
It's over there.
That's from Transformers, people.
Really?
Anyway.
This is not very interesting, Martin.
Halistine says cases cost way too much about like all other PC parts presently.
Really? I got to say, I disagree. I think, because, it used to be 10 years ago, a $70 case was a piece of crap, right?
Yeah.
$70 was just rough metal, not painted, just terrible. And,
You might have that included power supply you
Mid-range-
like so much.
and then, yeah, you could probably, but a lot of mid-range cases had a lot of nicer features. All those mid-range features have sort of come
Trickled down.
Trickled down.
It has
to
trickled down.
$70 cases.
I'm
You get-
seeing things like screwless, mounts for
Right.
optical drives and all the kind of stuff that you wouldn't get unless you had a higher end
Right.
case.
So you're getting a lot of features in budget cases. Budget cases are fine for what they are, but again, this is for $150. You're getting, I got to say, a lot of features.
I mean,
Really nice touches for.
if you're spending as
case.
much as this on something that's completely extraneous, which is the RGB, then
Yeah.
it's not really that expensive relative to everything else you're
I also,
buying.
the thing about cases, people got to remember, you get a case, you buy once, you can use the same case. I mean, for the rest of your life almost, if you really want it.
If you get a good one.
But the thing is that, you know, sometimes the ports kind of go out of date.
I don't know. So, like, I bought in 1990, ooh, gosh, maybe 93, early 90s, I bought an ATX case when ATX first came out. I can't remember. I swear to God, if I still had that case, I could build a complete modern system.
You could, but I'm just saying, like the front ports, you're just stuck with whatever
Yeah, well,
you
the
have.
front ports won't be there. I mean, but you could then add it into a 5 1/4-inch bay drive. So I think it's.
And
It depends. I don't think. I
Wait,
think,
wait. This just in. Leon24 TV just subscribed to us on Twitch Prime. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry to.
How
butt in like
about
that.
we actually put the cooler on?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ready?
And we'll do the cables and then the GPU after.
I think you're gonna have to do it standing up because you're
Standing
gonna,
up?
Well, or flipping around. I can hold the cooler in place and you can screw them into place.
Sure.
But you're gonna need access to these screw mounts.
Over on YouTube, Brad says he helped a buddy build a deep cool tesseract that cost.
Wait. I want to see about routing those cables.
Oh. Get that nice cable management.
I don't know if we can bring it around. Where are the
What?
fan and RGB headers on this motherboard?
Well, let's.
I'm trying to figure out if the cable should go around to the back.
Oh, I see.
I don't think so. Though. I don't think they're going to
I don't
reach.
think that's gonna work.
Oh man, that's going to be really ugly.
That is one of the other issues with big cases. Is a lot of the cables are sort of sized for mid tower. Although technically this is a mid tower case, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Where are the RGB?
Back in my day,
Wait, hang
this
on.
was a
Let me-
mini ITX case.
You could easily fit 2 cats in here.
If you couldn't ride around your case on coasters, it wasn't considered a full tower case. And we used to wear an onion in our belt.
While he's bringing us down memory lane, I'm just going to see where the RGB headers are on this motherboard.
Look, we actually had, so PC Power and Cooling made a case that it actually had, I'm not kidding, more metal than a car today. And you could ride it around on coasters.
Tell us more, Gordon.
Well, like I said, back in my day, we wore an onion in our belt because that was the style. Who knows that? The first person to name that reference.
The onion on the belt.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but maybe just because you did it again.
It's all the way on the other side of the board, of course.
Where?
The RGB header. It's right here.
Oh. Yeah, you would have to get extensions to get it to work. So
I
think
do-
you're kind of stuck.
All
I
right,
don't think
so
although, you know what? You do plug.
I
You
do
plug
plug
them
it
into
into-
this.
All right, so let's
right?
route it through the back then.
Oh, now you're getting advanced. So
What?
no, I'm just saying. See,
Every time you always say, "I'm
everybody
just
does it-
saying."
Everybody does it differently. You want to route it, and then let me hold it.
Yeah,
and
you
then
hold it up and.
You know what I can do is I can move this out of the way.
What are you doing?
Because there's a hole right here. Look.
How many PC World editors does it take to route cables?
I Am Farrell says Simpsons.
Very good. See?
Boom. Yeah,
Grandpa.
it was the old man, yeah.
And back in my day, we used to wear an onion in our belt because that was our style. That's when Mr. Burns wanted them to break a strike because Grandpa was a Pinkerton. Way back in the days when evil corporations would hire private security to
Can you hold that?
Pinkertons to break strikes.
Man, Pinkertons.
Bastinez says, why not run the PC without a cooler to get a nice glow from the IHS? Wouldn't that fit the theme?
It would never get warm enough.
Hold on.
You'd shut down before you ever got it.
Oh. All right.
It
Well,
would be cool, though.
Oh, why
You
is
know,
it-
I am surprised Intel or AMD does not make an IHS with
Wait,
some
Gordon,
kind of clear
what's
material.
happening here?
What do you need to do?
I think I need to. Where is that cable?
Looks like they're clear.
It's catching right here. There we go. All right. Now we can mount it.
So,
Oh, okay.
if you want, I can do the cooler. If you want to give me the... Or I can just drink some more beer.
Wait, I thought we were mounting the rad first. I thought we were mounting this to the top first.
Yeah.
So why don't we loosely attach it so that way we
Yeah.
don't. And
You
then.
give me that magnetized screwdriver.
Yes, here you go.
This video brought to you by Snap-on. Not really.
Snap on. snap off.
This is a great screwdriver. There. You got any feeling for where you want it to go? It'll slide, but so we can slide forward, back.
Right.
To the left.
I'm gonna guess,
Here?
yeah, just leave it there for now. But I'm gonna guess based on how this is going to attach to the motherboard, we'll want to slide this back and then put the spare fan there. But it could really go either way. We'll see how it goes.
Look at this. All right, this is a nice touch too. The slots, instead of usually in most cases you just get a single hole, you can reposition it, but this does give you sort of an infinite ability to slide it around if you want to move it to get it out of the way. Look at that.
So are you not going to have
It's
room
nice.
for an extra cooler up there?
No, there's room.
Or a fan? Oh,
but we're
okay.
just doing it this way, so that way
okay.
it doesn't put the cable, any additional stress on the cables while we're installing it.
Yeah.
Got
If we want to
it.
move it farther back, I'd have to undo this first screw, but we can do that later.
Yeah, it's fine.
Got
Is this?
it.
Do you want to do something on this side just so it's not flapping?
You're gonna lift it up?
I just figure a little stability is not a bad thing. All right. Did you want to do the honors?
No, no, go ahead.
I hate dealing with thermal paste, though. I really do. It's my least favorite thing.
Well, if you couldn't tell, Gordon loves thermal paste. It's just
He does.
everywhere.
It is everywhere.
You know, you ever get like some Arctic silver in your hands and you eat?
Oh, God.
No. No.
Okay, I think I just not really. I'm actually. Are you sure you want to put a fan up there?
Why?
No, I just don't want to put too much stress on this cable, but we'll see.
I think if you slide it back, it should be okay.
Rookie, huh?
I think if you slide it back, it should be okay.
Make sure you take off this. Believe me, people have left that on. Take that off.
Oh my goodness! I was on Reddit the other day and I saw a picture.
Oh,
I think it was
thermal paste.
I forgot which subreddit it was.
Where's the thermal paste?
Thermal paste. Maybe on that side.
There we go. Thank you.
Somebody put the sticker on the top of the actual CPU.
Sure.
Yikes.
I
Yikes.
was like,
So
Yikes.
I'm going to
Oh,
actually
gosh.
put it on the CPU. I'm just going to put a P. Classic.
And while he's doing that, Grim's asking, what's the total price tag of this build? You don't have final price?
I didn't actually come up with a final price.
I'm going to guess 1500 range.
15.
Well, how much RAM?
1600 range? 32.
Oh, 32. Well, yeah.
Probably anywhere from 1500 to 1800.
So look, this is the old school way.
Are you gonna spread it?
With an onion.
It doesn't really matter.
spreads it with
People
an
just
onion.
like to see that. You can take a plastic bag and invert it if you want to. This is like.
I can't wait for Chad to say something about this. You've already spread it off to the edge.
Oh no. Maybe I should have done it after all.
No.
Elena's just cringing right now.
It's fine.
So normally what I do is the what I call the drop and mash method, where I just
No,
put
that
the-
works too.
I just put the pea-sized drop of thermal paste, and then I just go right on top.
Me too.
Look, I'm sure there's a website somewhere who has tested the 7 different ways you can apply thermal
No, it's
paste.
totally fine. I just I did try using I didn't use a plastic bag, but I think a credit card spread, which
Yeah.
some people do, and I find that it gets too messy. Like it ends up going over the edge and stuff. I'm not a fan.
That's fine. Yeah, the mash. People, if you do the mash way, some people get angry if you don't spread it. It's for the most part, it all works. I mean, we're not going for a HW bot overclocking record here, so I think we're good. We're not gonna devour, delid this thing. So I like this. This mount is really nice.
Brad is going to do some math for us.
You know, I will say, after having delegated this, there's thermal paste on the side.
Of course. Of course.
What?
Right here.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's on my finger.
I know.
Well, no, I saw it spread from the side of the bag. We were macro mode.
I will say that now that I'm in a supervisor role and just watching you work, it does seem pretty simple, this particular mount.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna make.
You just do
sure.
the clips and then you just screw down. That's really, really nice.
Yeah, and there's no.
It's none of that nonsense with like the 4 different screws and trying to keep everything
I'm not
balanced.
sure you can really get. I mean, it feels we're
Isn't that-
torqued down here pretty good, but I mean, yeah, we're good. So now we can then slide this around to where you want to fit it.
Slide to the
I think
left.
sliding back might be okay.
Slide to the
Or do you
right.
think sliding to the front would be better, less stress on the cable?
That's up to you. I mean, if you want to, let's see how far back.
Maybe forward. I think maybe forward.
Well, do you want to put a fan up there? Why don't we get a fan out and see how much
Okay.
clearance we got?
Also, real quick, what's the CPU we're using in here?
This is a Ryzen 2800X. I'm lying. It's a 1800X.
All right.
There is no
Yeah, because somebody was
Right,
asking
leaks.
why we're building an APU build. But
APU build.
yeah, this is
It's not APU.
Maybe I've
Ryzen 7
link wrong.
1800X.
I'll have to double check the link. And Brad's saying the total price is $2,339.
Oh, I did get a little extravagant with the RGB parts.
The RAM itself is $540.
Oh Lord.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Remember, Viva Las Vegas.
Viva
These
Las
modules
Vegas.
do look pretty, though. I gotta say, they look pretty.
They
Viva
really do.
Do you have a?
Very pretty.
Did that come with mounts for this thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna see where to position it first, though.
Is it set on RGB? Oh,
What?
it doesn't matter anyway. We have access from the bottom.
This is RGB, yeah.
Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, it fits right there.
Thank you very much. We should do the
Like
entire
very
build
much.
as
Very much.
Elvis.
as the king.
Hey guys, we have
Hey. You can use
thank
that
you very
RAM.
much.
So we could actually put it fairly far forward if we wanted to, and then
That's not bad.
yeah.
Caught in a trap.
Brad says $540 is more than he spent on his first car. And actually, I spent $600 on my first car.
There are cars that cheap.
I got a '77 Cadillac Sedan DeVille, banana yellow with a white top as my first car. That thing was a boat. It was an older lady who couldn't drive anymore, so she parted with it for $600.
That was nice of her.
Yeah, very good deal.
I think this may actually come with some.
Theo Yells on Twitch is asking, why did you opt for airflow instead of air balance?
That was.
You want to do it?
Oh, you found screws?
Yeah.
That was not a conscious choice, actually. It wasn't until after I got in the parts that I realized that I had gotten those. So the answer is no reason.
Also, Green Bits on Twitch is asking or saying, Elena, you should put the fan on the other side so it takes airflow from the board, takes air out of the board.
Yeah, I mean, ideally that would be good, but I think our bigger concern is just stress on the cables.
True, especially if we want
Might
nice
make that-
cable management.
Oh man, if
Did you just
the
wait?
it just fell out. I can see.
No, I'm just wondering, can we shift it forward? How much stress is that going to put on the cable? Because I don't think we were meant to
We
mount
could,
it.
if we wanted to,
I don't
we
think
could
we meant
move
to
it.
mount it yet. We were just seeing if it fit.
Oh, I thought you wanted to.
No, I was just seeing if it fit. I hope we can thread that back in later.
Yeah, I really can't believe that this is still the system we use to mount fans.
Leslie on YouTube's asking, what's the difference between airflow and air balance?
So I think airflow, people just want as much air going through the case to move air in and out the case, so highest flow possible. Sort of the air balance concept, if I'm understanding it right, is where you want positive pressure, right? You don't want
We have
so
to
much
actually take
excessive
these out
pressure,
'cause it's stuck. Or it's
so much air going in that it. Would you want to go that way?
Yeah, I want to go that way.
You don't want so much air going into the case that you're just sucking dust into it. You sort of want to. We're talking about positive pressure is probably what we're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the other way that people used to. I don't know if any of that ever worked. But I know everybody likes to think about it. I don't know if it ever really worked.
Also,
You think it'll be okay?
Yeah, I mean, as long as we're not.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Also, Dayak on YouTube's asking, have you delidded the 1800X? He's heard it's better for thermals and longevity.
Have you delidded?
I have not delidded it. I'm sure it is better. Well, no, wait a minute. It's got a.
Yeah, actually,
it's soldered into place. You
Somebody's
probably
saying it's
destroy it.
soldered, so.
But I'm sure if you did somehow manage to be magical DeBauer and do it, it would be better. But we're not DeBauer, so.
DeBauer.
Hey, the cool thing is, that's why Intel, in fact, made the Skylake X. That's why they use thermal paste, so you can delid it.
Yeah.
You see, that's a positive feature.
Also, you don't have to You don't have to delid a console. Clayman on Twitch is saying RAM prices are hurting the desktop PC scene. He knows 2 people who've given up and gone to console this year.
Whoa.
Wow. So what do they do to play games? Oh, you didn't see that one coming.
I did not see that one coming. No way. And Ruru2's point out that the thing about PC these days, the deals are in laptops and pre-built OEMs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wrote
It's a tough period.
I
We
wrote
go
an
through it
article
every
on
once
that
in a while.
earlier this year about pre-built PCs that offered better value than DIY.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a very sad article to write, though.
Although it sounds like GPU prices are stabilizing. Oops.
Yeah, I noticed yesterday that there was like a GTX 1060 6GB version on sale, well, for sale on Newegg for like $260, which is still a little inflated, but much closer to MSRP.
Nice. We got some people saying Linus Tech Tips did a video on Airflow.
You got it?
Jay's 2 cents did. Also, DeBauer did delid a Ryzen.
Right.
But Leon24TV, our subscriber, says he only got like 10 degrees in temps.
Yeah, I don't think the issues with overclocking on Ryzen 1st Gen is necessarily cooling. We'll see what happens with the new ones.
We will see.
What did they find? What did Linus find out as far as the pressure, positive pressure versus airflow?
Let me find the TLDR. It does make a difference, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, it's like, and I got to say, if you did it for 6 months and you are a cat lover, 4, 5, 7, then yeah, it won't make any damn difference.
Yeah.
But by the way, this podcast is brought to you by
Cats.
Yeah. Yay, cats.
no.
What? Bob
This
Ross.
podcast brought to you by Dyson Vacuum Cleaner.
Dyson Vacuum, yes.
Oh my God.
Arc Systech says what sucks about RAM is how Ryzen benefits from higher clock speeds and makes the whole thing more expensive.
Yeah, it's a bummer. The memory issues, but you know, we go through this every few years, right?
Do we?
Yeah, every once in a while, RAM gets crazy. There is some argument for stocking up when it's low.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, DDR4 hasn't moved. It's going to be around for a while, so you could argue it's not a bad idea to stock up on it.
Oh, Ruru2 says he's seeing a GTX 1060 3GB version for $260 on Newegg.
And Brad would say, oh, that's
Wait,
just terrible.
3 gig or 6 gig?
It's
I
a
saw
3
6
gig.
gig yesterday.
He said 3GB.
Because it was 6 gig yesterday, which I thought was far more reasonable. And then I also happened to look at RX 580, 8 gig, and GTX 1070 and GTX 1070 Ti prices yesterday, and they weren't quite as bad as they were before. They're still inflated though, but perhaps the mining effect is starting to lessen. Yeah, if the folks in the chat want to hit Slick Deals and look at front page deals from yesterday evening, I think it might still be up. The GTX 1060 deal I was talking about.
Also, Leslie says the 1700 is tin soldered, indium tin soldered, not thermal paste.
The what series?
The 17, the Ryzen 1700.
Yeah, all the Ryzens are actually soldered.
Oh, okay. Also, Elvis on YouTube says Linus said that case airflow is better with a Dyson.
Yeah,
I
see?
think he's a joke.
If
You know, it's
don't worry
strange
about
how
the
so many people
airflow.
had an opinion about the Dyson vacuum cleaner recently.
Hey, well, you know, yeah. Well, you know, well, I got a Dyson lately. It's pretty,
But not that
pretty
Dyson.
Good. Not that.
Does it work, Adam? Are you happy with your Dysons?
You know what? The thing about it, Gordon, is that it sucks. Oh,
What did I just drop?
hey. Also, I have a new cell phone. Gordon,
Really?
did you see this this cool cell phone? It's got the
P20?
the P20 Pro. See that cool gradient on it. Isn't that nice?
The money that's streaking
Does
off
it come
of
in
it?
red?
It also has 3 cameras.
Does it come in red?
Does
Are
not.
we in another round of like more blades is better?
More blades is always better.
Oh my goodness! I saw a 5-blade ladies razor the other day.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought
I bought
they've
a
had those
5-blade
before.
razor.
No,
That-
ladies, like actually geared towards women. I was like, goodness, I didn't think that was a thing for us, but apparently it is.
Yeah, check out the 3 camera modules. The first phone ever to have 3 camera modules.
And Leica.
Yeah,
Okay,
Leica
Leica.
branding.
All right.
Leica branding. Yeah. So we'll see. I'll do my usual battering of tests.
That is nice. Look at that. Oh, that's
yeah.
beautiful, man.
That has a nice finish.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Fancy. Too bad it's not available in the U.S. So
Yeah, but it's, I mean, at T-Mobile, it's fine anyway, right?
I think it's missing a couple bands.
Can you tell with T-Mobile?
Oh! Yeah.
Verizon user.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
Our network's oppressive, but it works everywhere.
You notice I wasn't laughing. I'm a T-Mobile.
yeah.
Yes.
Brad says that somebody should turn off my mic because I made that bad joke earlier. So
Yeah, you should.
unfortunately, I'm the only one here controlling the
So
mic.
you know why? Verizon's better?
Why?
Because of this. Hello, I need an ambulance. Hello. Yes, are you on Verizon? I need an ambulance. I have a signal because it's on Verizon. How much am I paying for this call? Well, I guess it's worth it. I'm calling an ambulance.
So Leslie's asking, I have both the P20 and the P20 Pro in my possession. I just got it this morning, so I don't
This is
have
the Pixel 2 XL.
any quick takes.
Oh.
I gotta say the screen is better than the Pixel 2 XL.
Well, that's not hard to.
yeah, that's not hard to
that's
do.
Not hard to. That blue shift is real.
And that notch, I don't know about
What's up with the
notches.
notch?
You can turn it off, which is nice.
It's the fashion.
But yeah, everyone wants
That's just
to
stupid.
get in the notch game. Anyway, where are you at, Elena? What's going on? We've hit the 2-hour mark.
Have we?
We're past it.
I think it's time for cables.
Let's do
Oh
it.
wait,
What do you need?
I think I'm gonna do some cables and then I'll put in the GPU because it's just gonna be easier to navigate the case right now.
Yeah. Also, so Leslie, just as they're doing that, I'll mention the notch. So Huawei software has a little thing where you can kind of quote unquote disable the notch, which
Oh,
is
really?
it's not really disabling it. It just draws it black, but it still shows all the notifications and stuff up there. It's just like blacking it out so you can't tell. So whatever, it's
Well,
dumb.
you know what I will never understand is why. I mean, does this happen in the PC community? But in the phone community, everybody's like, "Oh, so and so stole from somebody." But everybody stole from somebody.
Oh,
It's like Hollywood.
dude,
Everybody's
yeah.
got that same shot.
Well, don't worry. Everyone's trying to chase Apple and Samsung in the phone world, so it happens.
What are you looking for, Elena?
I'm just taking
Taking it in.
measure of the board to see where things
What are you
are
gonna do
laid
now?
out. I'm gonna start doing some of the cabling, just because I feel like if I put the GPU in, it's just gonna make it hard to get to all this connectors down here, front panel pins. that
Rusty
kind of
made a
thing.
good joke. Thank you, Rusty.
That's why I just plug it in loose. They don't even worry about me.
Plug it in. Like that?
Because my philosophy is you set that mother up, you post, you load OS, it's working. Okay, now I clean it up. You don't want to go through this like I'm going to clean everything up. It's perfect. Oh, the board's bad. That just sucks. But if you didn't have a modular power supply, you'd be done already. It'd all be plugged in.
It also wouldn't be very pretty. I'm going to use the included cables for now. I don't want to risk that the cable kit I got is incompatible with this. I just want to make sure that it functions properly.
Oh, is it the Corsair kit?
Yeah, I got a Corsair kit, but they
jeez.
have so many different generations of this kit that I wasn't entirely convinced that I got the right one. So,
Wait, they're still black.
yeah, that's fine. I wanted it to be black.
Okay.
I mean, I do like the white and black aesthetic, but I thought having white cables might be a little garish. Garish. I can't pronounce words.
Yeah, garish.
I will say, though, that for the person who is worried about the replacement fan here being black, there's so much black in the case now, especially with the motherboard being in there, that I don't think it looks too out of place. So that worked out nicely. Got real quiet in here. Everyone's being very reverent.
There's just a lot of chat going on in Twitch right now about parts and builds and.
Really, anything good? Like they got any idea where we can get stuff on a deal?
No. They're just talking about configurations. Brad's helping. Brad's helping out. Brad is holding it down in the chat. Yeah, Brad's doing awesome. And yes, Gordon, what do you think's the over under on the Pixel 3 and 3 XL having a notch as well?
I'm not sure I understand the point of it, but
well, so Huawei just started talking about the new OnePlus 6, which will have a notch, and what they're saying is that, hey, listen, it has the same exact screen real estate, and then they just added a little bit of screen. So they're saying, hey, the notch isn't taking away. We actually added more screen and then cut out of that, so that you without the notch you would have just got no extra screen, but now you're getting extra.
Wait, Huawei or Oppo?
OnePlus.
OnePlus.
I don't know. I don't even care.
Because it depends on the aspect ratio. If you put a notch on a phone that's already there, you're taking away from the screen. But if you're making it just a little taller, then yeah, you're giving extra screen real estate, which kind of makes sense.
I don't know. To me, it's just silly. I mean, to me, what I don't understand is why you get, the Apple fanboys saying, "Oh, everybody's stealing the notch now. See, it wasn't so bad." And like Google stole get rid of the headphone jack, which is not a good thing.
That is not a good thing.
Oh, I hate it.
No.
At the same time, face unlocking on a phone, Samsung did that I don't know how long ago, right? So it's just kind of like.
And Samsung still has a headphone jack.
And they still have the headphone jack.
Yeah.
But I just like,
which is
cares?
great.
It's just, it does feel like we're sort of smartphones are in a commodity market at this point. They just have a parts bin. It's like a GM Chevy thing where they just share common parts bins and they just figure out a way to market it differently. You go inside, it's got the exact same dashboard as a Cadillac or a GMC. So.
Yeah, it's all converging.
Pull the power supply out so I have room for my cable.
You want to do it outside and put it in, or?
It's just that these.
Welcome to the PC unbuilding series.
Oh dear, let's not catch
Interesting.
that.
We should have ordered pizza or something.
It's still mini USB for the connector, which isn't a bad idea because it's stronger. Micro USB is pretty weak.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Corsair
I would
Link?
prefer that.
I wonder why they added this fan test, though. So if people don't know, a lot of power supplies, the fan only kicks up when it hits a certain temperature. These things never, ever turn on. And you probably wonder, like, after 3 months, it's like, I've never heard the fan on my power supply turn on. Does it even work? So that's probably why they have this button.
Yeah,
this is probably like people calling up Corsair saying, I think my fan is broken. And push the fan test button. Oh, no, it's working? Okay.
No, you're good.
That'd be funny.
Gurik901 on Twitch is asking, why not go cable mod straight to power supply, not using the black cables?
Wait, what?
Why not go cable mod straight to power supply, not using the black cables?
Cable mod straight to...
Modular straight to power supply. I don't know. You'll have
I'm
to,
not sure.
You have to clarify.
Is he talking about using the individual sleeved ones I got?
Maybe.
The reason I'm going with the stock cables is that since we're trying to get this to post and our boss is watching and wants us to get back to work eventually, I'd rather eliminate one potential thing to troubleshoot if it doesn't post.
Makes sense.
Oh. Is that why? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when I do the final actual build, when I'm messing around with this out later on my own, then, and theoretically, I don't have to route it even nicely right now, but I don't like a tangle.
Hey, you got this beer at Hennessy.
Halistine Jenkins on YouTube's asking, which Asus board did you end up with again?
This is the ROG
It's the
Crosshair 6 Extreme.
Crosshair 6 Extreme. 350 list, Somebody tells us it's about $250 retail. Nice board, nice board.
I think it's 3-something list, but don't quote me on that.
Very high-end board.
It's a very high-end board. I pretty much bought it because it just had the nicest lights. That is the true reason.
Leslie's saying Asus is usually better for longevity and reliability and compatibility. ASRock, not that good in longevity. What do you guys think?
Everybody has. It's tough for us to say because we only have our anecdotal experiences. Clearly, if you're buying a $250 motherboard, it's going to have features and possibly higher grade components than a $100 motherboard. ASRock does play in the lower end of the market, so maybe, but I'd have to see statistics on failure rates from the vendors or possibly OEMs to see how bad they do. But I will say ASRock is not that bad. If ASRock were that bad, then
They would be out of business.
They'd be out of business and no vendors would carry their products. So I wouldn't say it's okay for us to really pass any judgment that is of any value as far as quality or reliability. But you buy a $250 motherboard, you are getting, this is not you just paying for a fancy box and nice accessories. There is more engineering that goes into it.
Yeah, there's, I don't know if, Martin, if you, I think our switcher is not here right now, but when Adam gets back, we can switch the camera view and I can show you some of the nice stuff that you'll get on the back, right here. Just on the...
Keep plugging.
I'm just keeping on plugging.
Leanne is plugging the power supply because it's a modular power supply. If it wasn't modular, we would have been done 10 minutes ago. We would have been booted in the OS.
And we would have gotten our $5.
I would have downloaded Far Cry 5 by now if it was a non-modular power supply. But
That's
no,
what he says. That's
modular
what he
power
says.
supply. Got it, because you got to do it. That's what you want, folks. Modular power supplies. So 1070, 1800X, 32 gigs of RAM.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's overkill.
would you do the 32 gigs if you had to, like, looking at the price, because it's $550 in the RAM, would you go like,
If I were actually paying for this,
I mean, is it, I mean, who
I
really needs 32 gigs
I
as a
would
gamer?
probably skip, you know, if I had to actually pay for it. But you know, honestly though, if I was splurging on this, I might still do it anyway because it does look very nice when you have all 4 slots filled. It does.
Well, yeah, for the light. I gotta say, I mean, the intended purpose is to light this thing up like the Las Vegas Strip, so.
Pretty much. Adam, when you
Yes.
get a second, if you could
Yes.
switch the camera to Martin real quick.
It's on there.
Oh, great. So, Gordon, would you like to point out the
what are you
nice
getting?
little features while I plug this in?
So you are getting a crap load of USB. As we can see, these are probably USB, and, 5 gig. USB 5 gig, I'm gonna guess. This one, these look like they're USB, of course I don't know. Oh, they're above. So USB 5 gig, BIOS back. This is an awesome feature. So this board, if you screw up on the BIOS update, you can take this motherboard, I believe it supports doing it without even a CPU, putting it on a USB key, putting in this particular USB slot, booting it in a certain way, and it will then flash. If you've put the correct ROM file on the USB key, it'll flash it to the motherboard without a CPU in it. Keybot, I forget what that is. Good Lord, ASUS has so many features. Somebody can tell me what it is. Looks like straight up USB 2, more USB 3, 5 gig, and then we get a Type-C USB 10 gig. Not Thunderbolt, kind of a bummer. Gigabit Ethernet, I don't know who makes the PHY, I can look it up. Might be Intel, might be Realtek, right? And then this one, I have no idea. It looks like it's probably another 10 gig.
It looks like it.
It's just all that is red. And then, of course, we get all our analog out. Line out, mic out. We get a SPDIF out, rear.
Yeah.
Get a
SPDIF out. That's
standard
nice.
5.1. And then we get Wi-Fi, 802.11 AC, I'm going to guess, just because this. Of course, we get our BIOS back. This boots the board up.
Yes.
I think it goes back to the backup BIOS and then clear CMOS, which is a nice feature if you need to reset the CMOS without going into the case.
Gordon,
Yeah, that's
on,
my favorite
on
backup.
such a high-end board like this, what do you think about motherboard audio? Because obviously they put some nice features in there.
I think motherboard audio, I mean, yeah, so one of the things you can do, sometimes, let's see if they have it. It's hard to see, but usually the audio is actually separated out. They will try to put it on a different power. They'll try to insulate the audio circuits from the rest of the noisy circuits in the motherboard. It's not bad. Frankly, motherboard audio, unfortunately, is good enough for most people, which, you know, if you are into audio, then you're going to want a sound card. Let's face it, if you had to put $150 into a sound card, if that's the difference between a 1063 gig or 1066 gig, then I'm going to say go for the 1066 gig. I mean, that is the unfortunate pecking order of hardware today.
Yeah.
Somebody said this board had a, yeah, so we have an ATX 12V, we have an EPS 12V, so both of those for the CPU, but my guess is a lot of these boards, you don't have to plug them all in, you can just plug one in. All that power is for extreme overclocking Olympics. I can say that without the Olympic Committee. So
Other
yes.
nice features here, right here. You get temperature readout. You have reset buttons, all that right there.
Yeah, so you got your, you know, it's a high-end board. This is expensive, so you get your reset, you get your start. One thing you don't get that I really like on a lot of the newer Asus boards is they have OLEDs now. Because let's face it, you get that, you're like, oh my God, what does a D0 mean? I don't know. Get the manual. Look it up on the internet, right? A lot of the boards now have little small OLEDs, alphanumeric, and it'll tell you it's hanging up on RAM or it's hanging up on CPU. It's a nice feature, very, very high-end though. So you're not seeing this trickle down, even down to a $250 board. And of course, here is our M.2 slot. One of them, and I'm going to guess there's another one hidden under there. So there's two.
Oh, so there's two.
Two
Wow.
M.2s at least.
So you could have two M.2s, two SATA drives.
Right.
You could easily get away with no hard disks.
I do like that it has the right. We have right angle mounted power. We have
Nice.
right angle mounted USB 3.1, which is awesome because USB 3.1 is the worst possible cable design in the world, and everybody uses it. By having it go that way, it's not going to get in the way of everything. There's actually a second one down here. So this board is loaded for beer.
For beer?
Beer?
Like you could put beer on it?
Yes, you can put beer on it. What else is pretty cool? Oh, water block sensor. I have no idea what that does. It has a special header for a water block sensor. I'll have to look that up to see what that feature does. A lot of, I mean, they just, again, so people go like, well, motherboards, there's really not much of a difference between a $150 motherboard and a $250 motherboard. You look at this board, there's a big difference. Oh, we also have full USB-C, USB 3.1 header. That's what
Nice.
that is.
Ruru2 on Twitch is saying that he thinks you should do a roundup of all the sub $100 sound cards for people who might want to get into sound.
I don't even know. I mean, basically, just read the reviews from 10 years ago because they haven't changed since then.
Yeah, I mean, if you go with Creative Labs, it's hard to mess up.
Same thing again. The sound cards have not. The designs from 7 years ago have not changed. People don't buy sound cards anymore, and I can understand why. I can understand why. It's. I'd rather put it into a GPU or CPU first, but I will tell you without a doubt that sound card audio sounds to me better than onboard audio.
Yes. And actually, I mean, if you look at their prices, they have a Sound Blaster Z for $100, $99.
The what?
The Sound Blaster Z, PCIe based.
Yeah, so Sound Blaster Z is still a good card, and I swear to God, look at the reviews from what 2012, 2010. I mean,
well, and honestly, they have a. This is probably really lacking on features, but the Sound Blaster Audiology FX, which is $40. I might even trust that better than motherboard audio, to tell you the truth. And $40, you know, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, I gotta say, you're probably gonna get, the audio will probably sound cleaner because it is elevated above the noise of the motherboard, but the feature set is not going to be as high end as what you're going to get out of a very nice Gigabyte or Asus board, where they just have this. The software they pack on the onboard audio is very impressive. I mean, for me, some of it's even licensed from Creative.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, but I mean, some of those features, like the fake surround sound modes, and you know, different
the radar modes.
And EQ modes and stuff like that. I'm usually not a big fan of anyway. For what I do, I usually turn all that off because, you know, for audio mixing.
What do you think about the sonar modes, though?
I mean, So I would have to go in each time I play a game, right? You know, but usually I just turn it off because it's like if I'm switching between cutting some video and doing
Yeah.
some gaming, like I don't want it on all the time.
Yeah.
So I usually just get used to having it off.
But you know the mode I'm talking about, the sonar modes.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Is it cheating though? Do you think that's cheating? Do you
No, I don't
that's-
think it's cheating because everyone has access to buy it.
And for people who don't know what it is, it's
Cheating. Just kidding.
yeah, I think it's cheating. It's a mode where they look at, so the audio engine for the game says create the bomb sound in Counter-Strike from this direction. So in the driver, it then presents that as a visual cue. It looks like a radar. So it shows you the bomb direction is coming from the northwest. Honestly, Counter-Strike is a pure stereo game. People can't tell which direction it's coming from. This would then tell you footsteps or where the bomb is coming from. Might give you an edge over people without that feature. Cheating?
I don't think so because it's the same as like the in my mind the monitors that have like the crosshairs and stuff like that. You know, it's like it's something that not everybody has, but also at the end of the day, if you're not good at playing, you're still not. It's not going to help anything.
Yeah.
You know. What are you looking for here, Elena? What's going on?
I'm just getting the lay of the land with this motherboard, because I need to figure out where to plug in my fans, and more importantly, where to plug in the RGB headers.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, Clayman on Twitch says reading the manual's cheating.
What? Yeah. Well, with RGB, it's you probably have to do look.
Oh man, hold up, real quick. Sticky Couch on Twitch, which is our writer Brad Charkis for PC World. He gave us 15 Illuminati points, and he said, "You guys earned this for ignoring Gordon and going with a modular power supply." Yep. So
I mean,
thank
I
you.
mean, not to toot my own horn here, but that's the credit's all due me.
Well, what I really do appreciate is that she bought the modular power supply with the optional cables, which didn't get used. So that's totally
and
why
then she
you
bought a whole new set of cables with the braided ones. Actually, I'm surprised you can't buy modular power supplies without cables. You know,
Yeah.
like imagine if you're like, hey, I just want the power supply. I have my own cabling already.
Oh, no, it's because it's really hard to get cables sometimes. Like, you have to get the specific correct set.
Yeah.
For,
Well, I mean, but you found them, the braided ones.
Corsair made these.
Yeah.
But not all manufacturers do that.
So Corsair should have a cheaper version, you know.
Yeah.
I guess. Man.
What are you gonna do?
I know I really shouldn't care about cabling or routing right now, but I'm thinking of it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
we do have multiple M.2 sockets on this board.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their different
is,
philosophy.
Also, we're
one under
at
here,
2.5
and
hours,
there's
so
one Sorry, did you say something?
we're at 2.5 hours.
Dang
Time
it.
check.
I'm gonna lose that $5.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I think he's gonna dock our pay.
And Greenbits is agreeing with me that you should be able to buy a PSD without cables.
Yeah, I guess. Right? I mean, what would they take off? Shave off $10? Wouldn't you rather have the cables for $10?
I mean, but if I know I'm already going to buy extra cables, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
in this case, she knew she wanted to buy some extra cables, then all those other cables are
That's true.
e-waste, you know. And
Well, that's what modular power supplies do anyway.
I'm not sure if it's
Why would
e-waste,
you
because
care?
what if your cables fail? Then at least your system doesn't go down while you get replacements.
Yeah.
like
One
having
time I was in a
extras.
fight with this ninja in my apartment,
Oh, boy.
which I don't have.
Oh, boy.
And that ninja had his katana, and it like,
hey, you mean Brad had a katana?
well, it hit the cable, so the cable went bad.
No, I would say that the cable might have gone bad because you were drinking beer while fiddling in your case again. Oh, man, that's so ugly.
John says in YouTube chat that maybe somebody watching will send us a pizza.
Oh.
And then Brad says,
Hey, I just came back from New York. Ain't no pizza out here like New York pizza.
That's
Gotta
true.
say, I'm sorry.
That is true.
New York pizza. Brother, we noticed every single
Ooh.
pizzeria, every single one.
you know what I had?
Best in the city.
You know what I had for the first time when we were in Vegas was White Castle.
Oh, yeah?
Never had
Whoa.
White Castle before, and I'm gonna give you a spoiler. It was horrible.
Was it?
Horrible.
Just because you didn't do it the way Harold and Kumar eat their White Castle.
What, high? No, I was not high.
Okay. Let's see. My goodness, this is quite a setup here. All right, where's that cable? Oh, you have it. Okay.
And you got to do power, and then here's the two headers.
Oh boy.
Looks like you need one of these in here. Yeah.
Yep. One of my favorite things about this is that it's just like building with Lego, really. It's very
Legos
soothing.
are awesome.
Yeah, it's very soothing. Gordon,
Yeah.
this is. I think I should have plugged it in. the other end.
John just gave Brad permission to order his own pizza and expense it. What a jerk.
Hey,
His whole pizza pie. It won't be the best in the city, though.
Won't be the well.
Now, here's
East
my
Coast
recommendation.
Pizza. East Coast pizza
One,
is good pizza, right?
Joe's Pizza, best in the city. But the other one that's best in the city is the Margarita Bar at the Staten Island Ferry Terminal.
you think
Open 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that
it's
is-
really good pizza. It's really good pizza.
so? For 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, I can see that.
It's good pizza, or it's good pizza for 3 a.m.
And I'm going to say this
Exactly,
as,
just
as
like
someone
White
who
Castle.
lives near San Francisco. This is a boring ass city. I got to say, San Francisco is just like, it's boring.
Because we don't have enough people trying
Might
to
as well
hold you
just
up at
be.
gunpoint, unlike
you might as well
Oakland.
just be Sacramento. No, I'm just saying,
Hey,
like,
hey, you take that back.
New York is just like, it's got a pulse. 3 o'clock in the morning, people out, you can walk around.
No,
Well,
that is
is-
true.
is
I
San
it-
don't-
Francisco is like, the only thing you can get at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know what you can get. Nothing.
I mean, Gordon,
maybe
what
a
do you-
massage.
Gordon,
from a
what are you
parlor where
doing
You might
up-
get arrested in a police raid.
What are you
That's
doing
about
up
it.
at 3 in the
Open,
morning?
Gordon.
What?
What are you doing up at 3 in the morning anyway? Go to sleep.
I was in the.
you have
I
work
was
in the
on
morning.
Pacific Coast time.
Rusty says at 3 a.m. you just go to Denny's.
Oh.
There you
See,
go.
that's what's wrong. That's all.
Why?
In San Francisco,
Or the Waffle
that's all
House.
you got.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, you go to Denny's.
There is no Denny's in San Francisco.
It's just like Denny's.
Is there?
It's all whatever. It's just
Well, in
it's all the
Oakland,
same.
I
It's
think
just
we
like
have some in
the
Oakland.
problem with that is you're eating at Denny's at 3 o'clock in the morning. You might as well be in Fresno. Okay?
That's true. That is true.
You can go to the Margarita Bar at the Staten Island Ferry, open 3 o'clock in the morning.
Encino Bro says he's on Twitch. Says sorry he's a little bit late to the party, but what GPU are we going to be putting in this?
GTX 1070.
Nice.
We, if you've ever seen that game Payday, that's how we got the card. We actually like put on our mask, we robbed the place, had to shoot our way out of it to get our GTX 1070.
And Theo Yell is
gonna
asking
assume
if
that I'm supposed to
if
line
we're
up
in
these
San
arrows in the
Francisco,
same
and
side.
yes, we are in San Francisco. Our offices are based in San Francisco.
Yes.
And also, Brad says he thinks Five Guys is better than In-N-Out.
Yeah, I would agree with
Oh,
that.
I would not
I-
agree with
I
that. I would
disagree.
The
not.
fries are terrible in and out.
Well, yeah,
Terrible.
I
I
would
don't
say
know how
fries
people
are
love them.
mostly crappy.
It's a different kind of burger. It's a
Yeah.
different kind of burger.
I mean, it's
Burger's
definitely
okay.
a different kind of burger, but
It's okay.
it not only is In-N-Out good, it's also cheap as hell.
yeah.
It's so cheap
And
That's
fast.
a great thing. And
So it's a different kind of burger. I think, like, we have a thing out here, it's called Nations. And actually, that is the one place you can go at 3 o'clock in
Nations?
the morning. Nations.
Nations.
That is old school.
Now, Nations, good burger. It's a
I have
different kind of
never
burger.
heard of Nations.
But you know what the best burger is?
Old
Big
school.
Kahuna Burger.
Oh, the Big
Big
Kahuna Burger. Yeah,
is
please.
a good burger.
Please.
Now, I'm a vegetarian, though, so I don't get to eat,
Are you?
burgers that often.
Are you?
Which makes me a vegetarian. Yeah.
He's reciting the movie.
No one knows.
For everybody who doesn't know, he's reciting
very
the movie.
poor study of pop culture. Very embarrassed.
So this is one of the arguments I would make. So there is no right way and wrong way to build a computer.
Okay. Yes.
Elena's way is
slow, very
the
slow.
exacting way to build your computer. She will receive the green jacket for this, I think. I personally am just like, get everything in there, turn it on, see if it works.
Elena, follow up from Encino Bro. Why didn't you go with a 1080 or a Ti? Why'd you go with the
I couldn't get my
1070?
hands on one.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, when we blew the vault, and believe me, it took a lot of shape charges to blow that vault. We got in that vault, all they had were 1070s, but you can take what you can get.
No, I actually wanted to put at least the 1080 in here. And then I asked ASUS if they could help us out because I was having trouble sourcing one, and they said that the best they could help me with was a 1070. I said, "Well, I'll take it."
Yeah.
Thank
There we
you.
go. I'll take it. Gareg on Twitch says that's a mighty fine burger.
It's
Sorry?
a mighty fine burger.
That's a mighty fine burger. That is a mighty fine burger.
I paid my niece to go to McDonald's. And she is a vegetarian or vegan.
Okay.
To go to McDonald's to get a Royale with cheese and take a picture of it. I'm sure she's forgotten. But I paid $10 for it.
Real quick, Mr. B says RGB headers are white on at the top and bottom.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. So we got RGB headers, RGB headers.
The white
And
ones.
those are just standard
Wait,
pinouts for the
where?
LED strips.
The white
Here.
ones.
I can't see because of the glare.
Right here.
Yeah, your
We got one here.
your light's too
Oh.
bright.
2 and 3.
Oh, thanks. Perfect.
This podcast brought to you by Big Kahuna Burger and ASUS.
I am a very deliberate builder.
And Zuran on YouTube says Five Guys equals greasy death.
All right, you know, I'm going to tell you what I'm disappointed by? Smash Burger. We
know
went
what?
there. Way too much fennel, one. And the whole, it's greasy. And like, so what, your whole thing is just smash the burger? What?
Wait, is Smash
the hell?
Burger the
How's that
one
like a
at the?
feature?
Is that the one at the Metreon?
I don't know, but it's called Smash Burger. Way too much fennel. Like they got like a bulk deal on fennel, or like they're owned by a fennel company.
And White Zero on YouTube's asking, did we learn to build a PC from PC Building Simulator?
Yes.
Have you played that at all,
Do you
Elena?
just put the
Not
CPU
yet.
in?
I've been meaning to. I really want to try
yeah,
it.
when Hayden brought it by a couple weeks ago, Gordon and him did a video update, and yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's getting good, though. I mean, it's getting better. I can definitely see where PC Building Simulator is going. I can see it as a good educational tool eventually. And once all desktop PCs are outlawed, it'll be a great historical document.
Yeah. Oh. No.
Do we have any more of those
What do you need?
male-to-male adapters? Ah, perfect.
Last one.
Thank you.
Brad says he's glad he's not the one wiring up all those lights.
Yeah. So the slow, deliberate approach to this also is because I've never done this before, as I've mentioned several times in the build so far today. And I'm starting to get hungry on top of that, so
Me too.
blood sugar just dropped.
I need another beer. So there's an interesting power, well, it's for the LED strips. Switch.
Okay, so then this one goes here.
You know, when I built my Mac with RGB lighting, it was a lot easier.
I mean, of course, it's
Way
a Mac.
Easier.
Yeah.
It just worked, folks.
It just
just works.
All right, I think.
Rusty's asking if we're going to put the Martoni GTX 1070 in this.
The what?
Remember Martoni was like the generic brand in the game?
Oh, right, yes.
They're like, if you just need a generic, yeah. Elvis is asking, so are you guys vegetarian?
Is he asking for the beach who's going to buy it?
No.
All of us.
Well, I am a vegetarian, but I do eat bacon, beef, and pork.
But no chicken. No chicken.
And chicken. Other than that.
John says he's going to run by the door and throw bags of chips and candy bars in here. Also, somebody's White Zero is asking who's drinking the IPA. That was me and Martin. We have the Deschutes Fresh Squeeze IPA.
All right.
You know, you're not a hipster in the Bay Area unless you love a good crispy IPA.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't used one of these in a long time.
Yeah, it's odd that it's a Molex connector for that. That's a little strange.
I don't need to. Do I need to connect both? Or just one?
Oh, no, it's just a pass-through.
Okay.
And then you have another one for fan that the case came with, but you don't need that. But so that
For
means you're going to have
just-
to break out a Molex connector for the power supply.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
So I just hook this up. Why? Why?
Those things suck.
Look at that. It's It's all out of order.
That's because that's how they all are.
Oh, gosh.
Every single one of these ever made is like
Oh,
that.
thank you.
White Zero says Macs have RGB lighting, but it's locked into white only. Which is all colors at the same time.
You know, I've actually shorted it. I mean, as much as I understand Molex's comment, I have actually shorted it out because these little crappy pins always get bent.
Yeah, that was kind of weird to see that, especially on a power supply.
Yeah, I think they sort of figure there's just, you know, if you're building a part for the world, the vast majority of the world still has Molex rather than just pure SATA. So I understand it. They do suck though, because look at these little fingers are always kind of, see these?
White Zero, I was never a
For the
huge
power
IPA
supply.
fan.
I mean, it came in the case.
Until I realized that I just didn't like
always
bitter IPAs. You can definitely get more crispy, kind of clean finished IPAs. Those are the ones I like to drink. When it's like real
Nice and
bitter,
clean.
oh, I can't do it. So yeah, try to seek out the ones that have the low
I'm wondering actually if I should be using all of
bitterness.
these as,
What's
this as
the-
the controller.
the IBU. No, is it the IBU? Yeah,
Yeah,
International Bitter Unit, I think is what it stands for. Yeah, so look for IPAs with low IBUs, International Bittering Units. That's what it is. That's how I found out what IPAs I liked. I go for the really low ones.
This is an IPA, Adam.
Yes? Oh, really?
It's an IPA.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Sweet. Our Arc Systech says Gordon, why is the Coors Light not RGB? Oh,
He's
look,
literally
there
throwing
he
his
is.
candy.
Look, John Phillips, our boss, is throwing us candy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Right in the case.
Right in the case.
Right, yeah.
Here you are. 100 grand.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
we're
Maybe
we're
throw
good. Thank you,
something
John.
to
There
All
we go.
right.
Now we get our
Gonna get
blood
an
sugar
beer.
back up. Encino Bro on Twitch is asking, have you guys tried Beyond Burgers?
No, where's that located?
I have no idea, but I'll take a Beyond Burger. And no, not only hipsters can enjoy a good craft beer. It's just, you know, when you think of people in the Bay Area, you think of hipsters with their, you know, craft beer snob.
I got a burger
Venus.
story.
Oh,
here we
boy.
go.
Hear my burger story?
All right, let
Here we
me.
go.
Yep, there we go.
No, another city that actually has a pulse, unlike San Francisco,
Yeah, I know, right?
Los Angeles, right?
What?
Oh yeah, LA has a pulse. You just got to drive everywhere to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You just go down the 405 to the 5 to the 10. You're there in 45 minutes.
You should ask. You should ask Dan. He's from
So
LA.
in the mid 1990s, we're driving along Melrose Place, and we find a burger place to eat, and it's called the Burger That Ate LA, right? And it's
Okay.
actually the entire building is shaped like a burger. I mean, like it's actually a burger building, right? You go inside, the floor is painted like lettuce, the top is painted like a tomato,
What?
right?
Really?
It was the best burger I've ever had in my life, right? Ever. Of course, it was like, you know, late at night, a bunch of, you know, friends, who knows. I go back there, maybe 7 years later, it's like, oh, best burger place ever. I can tell you where it's at. So I don't know what the exact address. It's on Melrose, but you can't miss it because it's in a building shaped like a burger. So we're like driving up and down Melrose. It's like, how the hell am I missing this? It's all the way down. We're like everywhere. We cannot find the burger-shaped building.
Is it actually still there?
Well, what I sort of theorize is we didn't actually, maybe it was just a dream, like a burger dream, because it's a building shaped like a burger. You don't get rid of it. If they go out of business, what are you going to do, right? It's still shaped like a burger.
All right, I'm going to do a little bit of non-routing here, just so we get on with the build. Oh, it's so ugly.
We got people saying that Beyond Burger is fake meat.
Is it really? Like worm meat?
Like a Impossible Burger.
Is that like the Impossible Burger?
Yeah.
Oh.
So wait, go back to your story, Gordon. You're saying
Well, I'm saying I thought, oh God, maybe.
The best burger you've ever had was in your dream.
Like maybe it was actually a dream, and years and years later, I said, you know what? I'm gonna actually get to the bottom of this mystery. I actually searched on the internet. They went out of business, turned into a Starbucks, and apparently they made the building a non-burger. Like somehow they converted it into a regular building.
How could they do that?
Yeah, how could you? I mean, it was round. It's
Make it
shaped
a
like
burger.
a burger. How the hell do you like? Did they save the pieces?
Tear it
They
down?
could put it on there. I don't know.
Maybe just tear it down. Just burn everything to the ground.
eKind11 is saying, from this angle, he can see that you can't fit more than THICC rad on top unless you remove the front mesh, I guess.
Sorry?
True, false?
I was not listening.
No, he's saying from this angle, he can see that you can't fit more THICC rads on top because unless you remove the front mesh, right?
Looks like what? 3?
Yeah, you can get 3. I'm not entirely sure what he's asking because I'm not familiar with that acronym.
Looks like 140s.
These are 120s. But I think you can fit 140s because of the channel right here.
Yeah, so we have an open well. You could definitely do 140s, 3 of them. 3 140s. But again, this is a mid-tower case, so.
This is mid. Man, it felt like full. It's large.
Well, it used to be.
Okay, 2 fans. Oh.
Got a lot of people talking about burgers.
Dang it.
Wait, so wait, people still, is Five Guys still winning out?
No. No, right now they're just talking about the Impossible Burgers. You know, I feel like a lot of our streams end up talking about food. Brad says he's getting real hungry right now.
Right.
And Hollistein is yelling at John, saying that Gordon is a YouTube star waiting to break.
Oh, yeah,
to break
yeah.
out. Set him
'Cause
loose.
people want to see a
Set him loose.
middle-aged fat nerd talking about stuff. That's got written all over it. That's a YouTube star. We were on vacation and my daughter was like watching like, I don't know who the hell it was, but it must have been like because my daughter's, I love her, she's awesome, 11, gonna turn 11. She's watching some YouTube star. It's just like, you know, it's just like, he must have been 13 or something. He like, I just couldn't believe it. It's like, you know, with the nice lighting and everything and just the nice skin, because it's like young, not old and saggy yet. That is a YouTube star. Talking about food, and all you just talk about, oh, I'm gonna try this food. I got these food things from Target. We're gonna have, oh, God. Why? You know, I tell you one thing. United States Senate, after Zuckerberg's off, you need to get, right? Google YouTube executives on there to talk about the YouTube stars.
Yes.
Can we get something different? Because it's always some 14-year-old talking about some candy maker they got at Target. Now they're trying it. And then they go, ugh.
Gordon, I hate to say this, but you sound old.
Well, back in my day, we used to wear an onion on our belt.
Rodney on YouTube says, knives, beers, and computers. What else could go wrong?
Now you see, this is why. No, look, this is what like a fishing trip is like. And now, I don't remember the last time any of you went fishing, but it's exactly like this because it's about 3% fishing, okay, and the rest of us just sitting around, drinking beer, talking
Complaining.
smack, right? Because that's all fishing is, except for the serious fisher people, right? The really like people into fishing. They're like, shh, you're gonna scare the fish away. Are you serious? Like I cast that thing 85 yards out. Do you really think the fish is gonna hear me on the shore talking? Right? That's baloney. And there's a stronger word for it that I can't say because of our Disney sponsorship we're gonna get.
Yeah. You know, there's a couple people, Green Bits and Nathan on Twitch, saying that you're doing a great job at cable management, Elena. You're doing really good at this build. Keep going.
See, that's encouragement.
Encouragement.
It's styles. Everybody does it differently. It's okay.
And also some people saying that Gordon's drunk. He needs to go home. Yeah. And then I brought up the Gordon Maung soundboard. If anyone wants some fun,
Oh,
you
yes,
guys can't
please.
hear it, so I was just hitting those BAMs. you know, the good
All
old
right, so
classic
here's the
BAMs.
thing that I don't know yet because I probably won't even figure it out until I turn this on.
Uh-huh.
But
It's looking good. We're getting a nice
all
inside
these
shot.
things come with controllers.
Turn down your light if you can, Gordon. It was a little.
No, it's off.
No, I mean when you turn it on, if you can.
Oh, I don't need it yet. But I was just gonna say, like, all of these
There we go.
come
Cool.
with like controllers.
Uh-huh.
So like the fan kit came with this RGB controller. There's this module that comes with the case, which I don't even know what this plugs into. I guess it's. Oh,
This
okay.
is actually for the front. I was looking at.
Yeah, it's for the front, but they all have their own. So I'm just wondering if the controller is necessary, if I'm going to control this through the software, but I'm going to guess yes. So
Well, this is
I'll
just power and switch. It doesn't look smart. My guess is if you plug into, because the actual strips are apparently all the same. So it's just a matter of voltage. If you run it all through the same system, I'm going to say wire it all through the Cooler Master controller.
the-
Is there a separate app for it? So what do we got on here? So we got our.
Well, if that's the
there must
case,
be
then I
some-
won't plug it into these. I would plug, because I think this.
So we get SATA power and then probably some adapter cables for the actual RGB. But you know, but I guess you could just run it off the motherboard. Isn't that the whole point? You
think
can just run it
so.
off the Orasync.
Right, so
yeah.
I just need to plug this into a SATA cable.
Greenbits is saying you can plug it into the RGB module and Molex, or you can plug directly to the board and control with software.
Yeah, so that's what we want to do because we want to be able to control it from the motherboard.
I do.
So I'd say skip all the. That's just for
skip
sort
all
of the dumb
the,
lighting.
So skip this.
Yeah, that's sort of dumb lighting.
Okay.
But I think the power's the. Yeah, and I guess you're going to have to basically wire the actual cooler lighting into the same loop that.
But if
But
the
the actual
motherboard's
motherboard.
controlling all of it, do I have to necessarily have it in the same wired loop? That's the question I have.
Well, I think it just all has to be plugged into one of the Orasync headers. So
Right.
I'm not sure we're going to have
I had a
enough.
fan splitter somewhere around here. Or a splitter. Where did I put it?
And White Zero, you're asking about the soundboard. Gordon, he used to work at another place called Maximum PC.
I gave you another beer.
And they had, oh god, and they used to have a podcast, and Gordon was on it, and they used to have rants with fancy music. Anyway, the soundboard is pretty fun because it has a lot of clips of him saying really dumb stuff.
Clicked on what?
Yeah.
So what? Your ass?
Oh no, it's one of those days where I misplace things and then I don't know where I put them. Oh wait, here it is. Yay!
Wait, I'm the only one left in front of the camera. Oh, thank you for coming back. I was getting very worried.
No, we had the
Stop
computer in front of the
dancing.
camera.
You're very you're very handsome, Martin.
Prepared.
My goodness.
This might be one long fishing trip.
Somebody
that's
asked
great.
earlier if you could smash it against your forehead. I
I don't
recommend
think
you
Quint
don't.
did that.
I
He just simply
don't-
crushed it.
I'd recommend you don't
And then
do that.
Hooper looked at him, and he was holding a foam styrofoam cup, and he crushed it too.
All right, so I have at least 2 headers. I have an optional third one, I think. So
Yeah, Greenbit says
What
you
is
can
that?
plug into different headers.
Yeah, so there's 3 headers. So I say,
I think I have enough.
as long as
I
it's
think.
all routed to them.
Right.
I wonder if the controls let you sort of control. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So this is the front. Let's just
Do you need light?
no.
Adam's on here if you want to switch.
There we go.
There we go. Do we need light?
Martin's on there. That's
Martin, I think-
I'm
do you
Adam.
have enough
That's
light?
Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever. All the same.
isn't that light that you have a adjustable?
Which way
Gordon?
do I orient?
Brightness?
Yeah.
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 It's cranked on low.
Okay. It's still pretty bright. I should go grab it. Somebody was giving out a really nice LED light for free as swag.
Where? Where?
Would only be.
At NAB.
So here's the question I have now. Which one of these is the 12 volt? I'm gonna guess the one with the arrow. Well, if I fry this, you'll know.
No, it's just simply. Oh, you're trying to figure out orientation?
Yeah, because it looks like, and this is what I really appreciate about this higher end motherboard, it actually tells you which one's which. So 12 volts here, green, red, and blue. I'm gonna guess the one that has a triangle is the
Yeah,
one
triangle
that has power.
will go to the power.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so it's like front panel pin.
Dude, you're just trolling me.
No, the Shure. Like, look on the side. Shure microphones.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Shure microphone.
Yeah.
Like if you go and buy a Shure microphone, it costs more than my car.
No, Shure is not expensive. Shure is like the everyman's microphone.
Okay, well this is the less than every
Can you
man's
actually
flashlight.
turn that off because it's actually
No.
causing glare?
You see?
Yeah, so look, point the Shure over here. It's pretty bright too. I was
bad.
surprised.
But it just runs on AAA's, I'm sure.
No, it's a watch battery, I think.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the worst.
Yeah.
Coin cell operated is just.
But
you might
still,
just throw this in the
hey,
garbage.
but as swag goes from booths, that's not too bad.
No,
I got a lot of squeezy balls. I got a lot of. I got a mouse pad. Oh, I got a cool Zotac lanyard. They were there.
Zotac was there?
Yeah, Zotac was there with some mini
I've given up
production
on cable
PCs.
management for the moment. Or actually, I'm gonna plug this one. Take this one out. So, are you showing off your swag? Is that the part I'm missing?
Yeah, I got some good swag at NAB. And Jones is saying we need some work lights in here, but it's a video set, so that's why we have it so dimly lit. For mood lighting.
For mood lighting.
Rude.
Yeah. Everyone's saying Gordon's drunk.
I'm not drunk yet. You don't want to see me drunk.
I like how he says yet.
Yet.
Had a couple Bloody Marys in the flight back there. That was nice.
Nice. Yeah. All right, we already talked about that.
Does everybody think like? See, I mean, I understand doing the case wiring ahead of time, but
Okay.
you know what screws me up? I'm a believer in I'm very superstitious.
Superstitious.
You don't want to anger the PC building gods by putting the side of the case on. If you do that, it ain't never going to work right the first time. You're going to have to go in there immediately.
It's one. What's this one?
2, just leave it messy.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't know why that makes people so angry.
What?
Making to make the case wiring super clean.
Wait, it makes people
It makes
angry?
you angry.
No, I mean it makes them angry if you don't like cleaning up immediately on the build. But we're doing this in real time. Well, I got to say that's a little different. I mean, it does slow it down, right?
Yeah.
This comes to here.
Damn, I could use a Five Guys or In-N-Out burger right now.
I'm very sorry. I didn't realize that was going to take me so long.
John said today he learned Gordon is a lightweight.
I'm also on East Coast time. It is now 4 o'clock.
And White Zero on YouTube saying he's still a bit new to the channel. He's saying what's your expertise? So I don't know if he's talking about me personally or if the whole channel
Was
itself.
that Twitch or YouTube?
It was on YouTube, yeah.
Oh, well, we are building a computer. I'm going to tell you our history. Most of us are Mac users. I'm a huge Mac user. Been big believer in what Apple's done a long time. We finally got sort of decided. We've heard a lot about this PC building thing. We're going to try it out. First time PC builders, long time Mac users.
First time, long time.
So
But you did take an online course, so it's not like
we did take an online course. So if you want to see what a bunch of Mac
Whoa,
users do,
shaking.
do when they build a computer, I'm just kidding.
All right, so he clarified he's asking about me. Why am I here? That is a good question because I learned to build PCs from Gordon. You know, I used to watch you build PCs and your old coworker Will Smith over at Tested build some PCs, and I'm here because I don't know, why am I here?
Adam
Comedy
is the van
relief?
guy. Adam is the van guy.
I'm the fanboy.
No, the guy in the van.
In the van?
So like if people have ever seen True Lies, right? At the end, the van guy, he's always in the van. Every single spy movie, there's a guy in the van. So now he's he's got the dark lighting over there. He's running everything. Right? We even saw this in the new Spider-Man Homecoming movie, right? His friend is like, "Oh, I can be your van guy, the computer guy."
Yeah.
Every single movie, there's always somebody sitting at the computer. Adam is the computer person right now.
What is this?
I am a video producer. I help run these live streams.
Is that from the case?
I also
This
build
is
my
for
own
fans?
production-based
Yeah,
PCs. So, you know, I think I know a little bit more about going into creative uses for builds. I'm a gamer. I also do the smartphone camera testing, like this. I'll show it off again. The nice Huawei P20 Pro with the first consumer phone to have 3 cameras.
I gotta say, Adam, I was
Fancy.
in New York, so I just came back from New York City on
Yes.
vacation with the family. And
Yes.
I really went back and forth between my mirrorless system and my Pixel 2 XL.
Did
that
you?
Pixel 2 XL just...
It's I mean, you
It's
know,
impressive.
when you got something that good in your pocket. Oh, so and the Verge recently ran a review for that L16. Do you remember that camera that has like 16
Yeah.
modules on it?
The Lytro? Or no, that
No, it's not Lytro, but it's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
startup. They're literally across the street.
How'd it go?
I got my hands on it late last year, just tried it out. But yeah, they were like, I mean, the concept's cool, but the software is just not there.
Yeah.
And especially when you have such a powerful camera in your pocket. I mean, sure, you know, maybe it's better, but also it's still a second camera, a
Well-
second thing you have to carry around.
But you can see where they're going, though, is they create technology to get in the way of big companies.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, to get all .com on you, it's a disruptive company.
Oh, boy.
They throw themselves in the way of Google or Apple or whoever.
Did you really use that word?
And
Yeah.
then they get bought.
It's like
That's-
Lytro, right?
Yeah.
Google
well,
bought
actually,
Lytro.
so actually, I heard a clarification on that. I heard Lytro was going down, and Google bought what was left. So it wasn't like a buyout. It was more like Lytro's going down, and we're gonna pick off the carcass. So.
But I mean, to own the IP behind it is the big thing. So now they can combine concept and the IP from there. And you can see whatever buying this L16, somebody's going to buy that company, integrate it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, the HDR Plus on the Pixel 2 XL is just like, it was nice because I would do HDR on my mirrorless.
Real quick, Greenbit says, route that 8-pin board cable from behind, please.
Oh.
It will help you and easy to do.
Sorry?
Route that 8-pin board cable
This
from
one?
behind.
Yeah, I tried doing that, but I'm having a little trouble getting it through this slot right here.
You mean to it?
I guess I could route it up and over, but for the moment, I was just trying to keep it out of the way while I figure out this
Oh, okay.
other stuff. I'll get to it. Don't
No
worry.
worries, no worries. I just wanted to chime in there.
I know. I'm just letting him know. Appreciate the input, though.
And then Encino Bro on Twitch is asking what DSLRs we use for video. For this set, we have Sony A7S2s. That's all the cameras we're using, and then we also use Canon C100s for more like run and gun kind of shooting when we need that stuff. For photography, I have a Sony A7R II, and that thing's awesome. And you use what is it, an NEX7, NEX5 personally?
I just pure consumer, Nex 5T.
5T, Nex
It's cheap,
5T,
but
yeah.
I gotta say,
Go.
it's so lightweight. I can't see. I mean, I sort of like, oh, should I have gotten the one with a viewfinder and built-in flash? But it's like, you know.
So Dom, our video cohort over in the UK, he took a bunch of photos while he was here. He's a photographer. He has a what did he have? He had the
Oh boy.
Fujifilm. Yeah, he had a Fujifilm with a speed boost adapter, and he got some really old glass for it, and it was a nice little setup.
So
Really nice setup.
like a hipster.
Okay, sure, yeah. If you want to call it that.
Yeah, I'm running Fujifilm body, but I only run lights glass on here.
Zeiss,
M-series.
Zeiss was there.
M-series.
Zeiss was there. It was really nice to touch some of those old lenses, or not old, expensive lenses. John says, know what would be a good video? Have Gordon order a pizza live on the air.
Should I order one? I am not going to pay for it.
Ask John if he's paying for it.
We should order it early. But you know what? This is San Francisco. If you order like a pizza pie here, it's like $85.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are $9.
I love peanut butter and jelly.
I know, but there's no way you can justify a $9 peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Especially when you can make it for like 2 cents.
Yeah, seriously.
Can I say that I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my life?
That's
What?
'cause you're a Brit.
I've never had. It's not a thing in the UK.
I know, you're a
What?
Brit.
It's an American thing.
I
You
will-
guys have
I will-
Vegemite sandwiches there?
Marmite. Vegemite's the Australian version.
I will make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich
All right.
because so I love to make double decker ones where it's actually
Oh,
3 pieces
fancy.
of bread and a lot more peanut butter and jelly. Yeah,
You
And
guys,
if we did have them in the
cable
UK, they'd be
management
called
making
peanut
me
butter
sad.
and jam sandwiches anyway.
jam.
Not jelly.
But like, wait, isn't still mite like what we expect a mite to be?
Like a termite.
Yeah, isn't it a kind of like insect sandwich you're eating there, sir?
Mite.
What?
Yeah, if you said mite in the UK, you're not thinking termites. So
Well, what's a marmite?
we don't have to. I don't know.
Encino Bro,
You
yes.
don't know?
These cameras are 4K,
What is it,
but we're
Soylent
just
Green?
I don't
we're
eat
just
Marmite.
streaming in 1080, so we just run them in 1080.
I don't eat it.
So you don't even know what it is.
Well, I know it's just like black disgusting stuff.
Vegemite.
Yeah, well, Marmite.
Yeah.
I think they use it to top roads as well as make sandwiches.
Oh my God.
Marmalade. Is it marmalade?
Marmalade's lovely. I love marmalade.
No, it's horrible. It's bitter.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I tried it for the first time when we ate paper at the late last year, and I had some honey
He wasn't
and some.
expecting to be bitter. That's the problem.
I thought it was just
doesn't
some
look
jam.
Like it's going to be bitter.
And then when I bit into it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is horrible.
And I got to take it
Oh,
home.
my
because you
cable
didn't want the
management.
Yeah, you
So
didn't
sad.
want it, so.
rest. Now it's gone.
Not very pretty. I'll have to fix that later. All right, I think all the fans and RGB things are plugged in, so now I'm just going to do the front panel, and then I'm going to plug in all the actual power connectors, and then put in the GPU, and then I think we'll be able to post.
Let me get some duct tape. We can hide that easy.
No, you want to use gaff tape.
Oh yeah, less sticky.
It's not authentic.
Garg on Twitch says Marmite is made of yeast extract.
There you go.
That sounds disgusting, even though I really love bread.
Yeast extract?
Yeah.
That sounds really
Also,
disgusting.
Green Bits is saying, Elena, your cable management is awesome. Don't worry, you're doing great.
No, look, it's just, look at this. This is not attractive.
Yeah, I mean, it's still better than Gordon's.
That's true. But I mean, if I'm going to compare myself to the bottom tier, it's not much of a comparison.
I do expedient builds, and then what happens is you go like, you know what, screw this. Ain't no one gonna look. I'll just put the site on it. It's done.
That's true. Normally, I don't use windowed builds. I just zip tie things so they don't block airflow, and then I'm done.
I do it if it have windows. I don't care. It's gonna get covered with dust anyway.
What happened to the pizza you were ordering anyway?
I thought
John never, when you asked, hey, John, can we do it? John never answered, so I'm going to
'cause
say
you didn't
no.
want us-
We don't.
We could pull our $5 together.
And we're almost done. I mean, we're so close. We've only been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes since YouTube broke. And I think before that was an hour and 40
We
minutes.
got Escape
so-
from New York Pizza pretty close.
Oh, John just said yes, expense.
Yay!
So
Oh,
I don't even
no.
know where to get pizza from
Oh
around here.
no, no, no!
What?
Invent a pin
Where?
on the USB header.
Oh yeah, see that's why this things suck.
Oh fuck! I should have plugged it in before.
Language.
Sorry.
Hey!
I'm not gonna plug in the USB header for now. I'll sort that out later.
We were gonna
Just
use
gonna-
her in Black Panther 2! Get her to stop the swearing.
Just gonna
Black
leave
Panther
that because
2.
I don't want to mess it up further.
Black Panther builds a PC! Disney sponsored! It's gonna be the best thing ever!
Oh man, I always thought that building in a case this size, I wouldn't have
Desktop
to
game and
strategize
ride
nearly
at
so much.
Disney! That's our next thing! I did my Mickey impression for Melissa and Catherine. They were like, what the F?
Bastina says it's just a USB header anyway. Ain't nobody needs that.
Nobody uses the
Yeah.
front ports.
It does. Those things, those USB 3 headers, I don't know what they were thinking when they created those things.
I can't believe I did that. That's the second one I've done in the last year. where
Well,
I've bent
clearly
the
it was a mistake when they designed the plug about 85 times stronger than the actual header it goes into.
Oh man.
You can bend it back if you.
I will, but I'm not going to try to do it from this angle. That's what happened because I was trying to put it in, and then I ended up bending it.
Just a little bit?
Just a
or
little
lot?
bit. It hasn't broken off yet, which is good.
Yeah.
I did that to a system I was building about a year and a half ago. That really got me down. Huge bummer. All right. A little front panel pins. You, sir, are going to go back this way.
I'm interested to see what the default lights are on these RGB. Oh wait, you still got to put in the
I gotta put
RGB strips.
Yeah. Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah. Are they here? You want me to grab them?
No,
Unbox them?
I'm doing front panel pins right now.
All right.
So I can at least power on from the front buttons. Whoever turned on the AC is a champion.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it gets warm. It's a little warm in these brown.
They went to standard Intel front panel, I think. I don't know if this particular.
I don't have it
one is.
memorized still. I hate to admit that on air, but I don't have it memorized yet.
You know, it's interesting. There's no Thunderbolt 3 on here, but are there any Ryzen boards with Thunderbolt 3?
I don't know. I haven't built a lot with Ryzen yet.
I'm kind of wondering if that is a unique Intel feature because of all the certifications, so nobody's doing Thunderbolt 3 on a Ryzen board. That'd be interesting to find out.
Okay, I'm gonna guess this is. So Gordon, I'm gonna guess this is the. And this is the
Power on
ground.
top, reset on the bottom.
No, but this
power
is
LED.
the ground, I assume, the second one in. Oh yeah, it says on the actual board.
Yeah.
Huh, the board's actually more clear than the manual.
Positive out. And then hard drive on the bottom, power on top.
Yep.
So we're gonna pull video.
Oh, you need another monitor?
No, we got one. We just need a cable.
Yeah, I'll just grab the cable.
Oh, the HDMI cable?
Just grab the cable for me.
Power switch. They have this all labeled weird. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, do you guys deliver?
He's drunkenly ordering pizza.
501 2nd Street. We're just. Be now would be great. I'm going to use my cell phone. Hang on a second. Oh, wait a minute. There's no way to.
Yeah, I wouldn't read my credit
How do
card
I
number.
how do I give out my phone number without broadcasting?
Go outside.
Go outside.
I muted you.
All right.
Yeah.
He's gonna go build. He's gonna go grab his the pizza. So yeah, that way. And what are you working on in there, Elena?
I'm just doing the front panel pins. I never remember how to do it. Gordon has it memorized at this point, but I always refer to the manual. For some reason, at my advanced age, my memory's not so great, so memorizing little things like this just doesn't stick anymore. I hear destruction happening outside.
Yes, he's so angry that he just asked if they had any more pizza left.
They said no.
And they said only the hipster kind, and he just started like kicking stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys want? Like
Whatever.
Extra large.
The biggest you can
got
get.
Meat lovers?
Yeah, get all the meat.
Well, the extra large meat lovers.
Yeah, we'll eat anything.
No, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you, I just got back from New York literally yesterday. It was New York style pizza.
I'm gonna unmute his mic here. You should put on speakerphone.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, extra large meat lovers, and then I'll just give him my card when he.
My back on.
Yeah, I just
Go grab my card.
I muted your mic. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I lied. This is my least favorite part of building.
Does it not have one of those handy
No, it's not all in
Oh,
one block.
man. I
That
love
would be.
those things.
You know, for a case this expensive, I'm actually a little surprised they didn't make it all one block.
Yeah,
but-
that is weird. Yeah. People are loving that he's drunkenly ordering pizza. They think he's he's just about to pass out.
no, he's not that drunk.
No. And Trung Lack, I'm sorry, I messed up your name. He's asking if we're going to do a production build, and I'm going to assume he means like a video production.
Like your kind of build.
Like the kind of build I would do. You know, maybe there's something like that coming in the future.
Just maybe.
Just maybe. It sounds like a good thing to do. Especially since we got back from NAB, there was I talked to some good vendors. Box BOXX was there. Puget Systems is another awesome maker. I was surprised Zotac was there with these little mini production PCs, but no, it's all about the cores, man. As many cores as you can get.
Right.
Oh yeah, and AMD was there with some Pro cards, and they let me know that the Pro cards you can put gaming drivers on, restart, and then you can do some gaming, which is awesome. Yeah, Martin's hand's getting a little tired, so I'm switching. Oh, look,
Sorry, Martin.
look, Gordon's back. Hey, Gordon, did you get
Were we
us pizza?
successful?
Well, so you got 30 minutes. So if you can beat the pizza delivery guy,
It's
we're in
free.
good shape.
No pressure.
We have 30 minutes to post.
No pressure.
I think we should just eat pizza over the build.
Oh my god.
It's just like 24.
We've got a lot of discussion in Twitch about how crappy the Windows Store is for gaming.
Oh.
Yeah, for
Quite.
gaming and casino.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, there are other applications. I haven't been there in a while, but I went there recently for
Oh, there it is.
the Windows 10s review, and there are a lot of applications you can get in the Windows Store now that weren't there.
Yeah, but I don't think the
A
problem
year
is
ago.
I don't think they update often.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It has gotten better though. I mean, there's a lot of like you can get Office through the Windows Store. You can get Slack if you're into that kind of thing. All those kind of applications. It's not as bad as it was before.
yeah, it's not as bad.
Before it used to be pretty horrible. Right?
So I'm rocking a Surface Pro 3, and I never use it in tablet mode.
no, you never do.
I accidentally switched over to it once, and I was like, no, how do I get back?
Well, I find
I use it as a tablet, but I don't use it in tablet mode in Windows 10 tablet
95%
mode.
of the time using it as a laptop.
Yeah.
But there are times when it is nice, just when you're watching a movie, to run it as.
That's okay, Martin. You don't need to. You can keep resting your hand. Keep resting your hand.
Gordon's drunk level is over 9,000.
Oh, nice.
just kidding.
Nice DB. Nice Dragon Ball reference. I approve.
What?
That was me.
What is Dragon Ball?
Never mind. Gordon. Never mind.
Have you heard of Japan? Gordon?
No, I have not heard of this Dragon Ball thing.
I know, but I'm gonna step you there. Have you heard of Japan?
Yeah.
Have you heard of animation?
Huh?
Have you heard of animation?
Yes.
Have you heard of Japanese animation? It's
We're taking this in very
Yeah.
small increments.
yeah.
Think so, but yes, continue.
What do you know about Japanese animation?
Some of it is good, some of it is
Can you name one?
illegal. What?
Can you name a movie or TV show that's
Oh, sure. I
Japanese
saw
animation?
that one, Akira. That was pretty good.
There we go. Okay,
That
boom.
was good stuff.
So, Dragon Ball was a TV show, Japanese animated TV show, kind of like Akira.
Oh, okay.
It's made in Japan. A lot
Except
of people
not
fighting.
good, if I understand it.
Oh no, it was
Akira
awesome.
was good. Ghost
Dragon
in
Ball
Shell was
is
good.
super popular, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you better watch out. Chat is just about to start
Whoa.
lighten you up for.
Well, Akira was good,
Okay.
right?
And
Ghost
you-
in Shell, good.
Dude, Ghost in the Shell was awesome.
Like Dragon Ball sounds like what you watched they made for kids after school. Is that what it is? Because that's what it sounds
There's
like
all
to me.
kinds of anime, and that is.
That's just one of them. That's just one of the ones
And
you
even
could
though
watch.
it's for kids, doesn't mean it's not.
We should
good
switch
series.
over to a
I'm just plugging in the.
Plug it in.
main
plug
power
it in.
connector for people who don't know.
Yeah, there we
Just
go.
plug
I
in the
hope
main
I don't
power
regret this cabling choice. You
What?
know what? I'm sorry. I'm not going to. Well.
Go for it.
I just
Do it.
get so nervous.
Lena,
you know,
I was watching an episode of Dragon Ball, and the hero, he got to this point where he had a problem. It's like, should I do wiring clean, run it all special, and like put this right angle main power connector in? He did it. He had to power up though, and he lost some power.
Wait,
but
he
then
knows
powered
the
up.
reference.
But hold on.
he knows.
There's
he
a
knows.
commercial now from
he
our
knows.
sponsors.
He knows.
And then we'll come back to it.
He knows.
There's only 3
Why is
minutes
he
left.
making us explain
Because
this?
every Japanese anime has a power up. There's always a power up. It's like every power.
Even in
everything has a
Pokemon.
power up.
I don't think that's fully seated.
John is asking, which pizza place did you call?
We called Escape from New York Pizza because I asked him. I said, "Hey, I just got back.
I know. Spit in our pizza.
We heard
New
you.
York.
He's
They're
like,
spitting our pizza.
this guy.
Is this good pie? I went
All
to
right.
New York side." He goes, "Oh, it's sorta."
Can I use your flashlight, please?
I'm sort of saying, "Oh, you know what? You can use this one from Sure." Is it too bright? This podcast brought to you by Sure.
Not seated yet.
I mean, yeah, for free swag, right? It's not bad.
It's pretty lightweight aluminum.
I know, but
Like a beer can.
So I'm gonna throw it in my my bag when I go.
There you go.
You know, like my shooting
Got the
bag.
click. No, you are in America now.
It's actually, you know what? We actually spelled it
Aluminium.
You drink American
spelled
beer.
differently and everything.
Aluminium is definitely the better way to say it.
Okay. GPU, and I think we're done.
What about the
Yay.
LED strips?
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
He said it was thin. He said it was thin crust style.
What? Oh, I hate thin crust style.
What?
That's the worst. That's so hipster.
No, it's more.
Oh,
It's
it's
more
so
good
hipster.
stuff, less extra bread. So then you don't fill up on the bread as you're eating it.
Yeah, but if the bread's good, what if I want the bread?
Yeah, that's called the free bread they give you before you get your food.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Man, and guess what? Sometimes it's really good.
They give that to you
Up and
to
down,
psych
up
you
and down.
out, so you eat less.
I'm gonna-
eKind11's asking, can the panel that hides cables be removed for easier cable management?
You mean this one? Yes, this comes off, and on the rear
Oh
there's
no, I
actually
think he
one.
means
Yeah,
this
the one behind there. Yeah.
This one I think is riveted in.
Yeah, that
okay.
is part of the case.
Yeah, no. You know, actually, you might be able to unhook it. It looks like it's just a clip system.
No, I'm seeing rivets.
No.
It's a soft.
No, I think you can take it off.
Yeah, you might be able to remove it.
So I'll do that
riveting.
later. Thanks.
Nice.
Usually when I have more time to myself and I don't have a bunch of people watching me, I'll take even more time
Are
to
the
explore.
front case fans actually RGB or just standard case?
This?
Yeah.
No, it's RGB.
Oh wow.
I mean, she got the case for a reason.
I got the case because they're gigantic, 200 millimeter RGB fans.
I mean, people can complain, but $148, that's just a hell of a lot of
Plus
case.
tax.
Well, plus tax. Not if you live out of state.
Oh, what happened?
So Elvis on YouTube says bread is a filler, and I would say yes, but a really good filler. You know,
LED light strips.
Don't fall for that trick, Adam.
I'd much rather fill up on bread
Okay, if we're
than
gonna do
something
LED
that
light strips,
sucks.
I'm gonna
If
plug
you go
in
to an all-you-can-eat place, Adam,
this
do you
splitter
eat the bread and the
before I
salad?
put in the GPU.
Hell no. You're not supposed to. That's their trick. That's
Wait, no.
That's like a trap, right? The bread and the salad, that's your trap.
Hey, do you think I could daisy chain these?
Where?
Splitter to a splitter? Maybe not.
Wait, where's that coming from?
So I already have 3 things on the board.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I mean, it's just a matter of voltage to the RGB cables. I think it'd be fine. As long as they're all looped in. They're like Christmas lights, if I understand it, the way they're wired up.
You think so? Well, hope I don't short anything.
Not my build, but yeah, I think so.
Oh, I hope you post, system. I hope you post. All right, I'm gonna daisy chain this one.
Elvis says, "Tell him, Gordon."
We do have to. Where's the power for the?
Oxize is asking if we're booting up soon. Yes, we are
Power
close.
for what?
No, I mean, do you have to do something with the lights on this? Is it already plugged
I already
in?
plugged it in.
She's plugging in the lights, and then we got to plug in
Please don't push
GPU.
that. All right, GPU.
GPU.
Last part. Outside of the
No,
light strips.
LED strips.
Outside of the LED light strips. This is the last main component.
And
So is this an
and we
R-
got the AE5. Just kidding.
This is an RGB. GPU.
Yeah, you know, I like these ROG Strix. We actually use those in our production
Pretty,
boxes.
I did not look up the price for this because I was afraid to.
Oh God, I don't
Brad,
even know.
Brad, what did you get for this when you were
Sure,
looking
it's
up math? Oh, I just got
$2,000.
I just got glue all over that.
Oh, are you breaking our? I
I'm
fix
not
it.
breaking it. I'm just making it gross.
Let me look up
Knife, please.
price.
No, don't saw the whole thing off. Just the adhesive.
You got
piece.
this from Newegg or
Yeah, I'm done.
Amazon?
No, I'm good. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I just
okay.
want a rough ballpark.
Strix.
This is a loaner.
Strix GTX 1070. Right now $609.
For a 1070?
Yikes.
Oh,
Oh my
boy.
God.
Yep, perfect.
That's just makes
Perfect.
You want to cry.
That's okay. Ugh. I hate throwing everything around everywhere. I like usually making neat piles of things.
Oh, yeah, Brad says $590 after rebate.
Holy
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's brand new. Look at this. He gave me a new one for my owner.
This video brought to you by ASUS Strix.
I wish.
Actually, do you have scissors on your Leatherman? Oh wait, never mind. Definitely low blood sugar, y'all.
You know
Look at
what?
this. Got a backplate.
You know what else you can get for $600?
What?
A 4K capable Xbox One X.
4K for what?
Oh,
Good comeback.
it even has plastic.
Yeah. You definitely want to take that off.
Yeah.
There's no easy way to start that, so I'm just gonna start
It's a
this.
massive card for 1070.
You think
But
so?
it must be super quiet. Single 8 pin.
Well, and it's got
Says
the
remove
3
before
fans.
Use, but where is the easiest way to lift this up?
It's an RGB card too?
Yeah.
God, look at that cooler.
Where is the
I don't
best?
think it doesn't look like there's a tag, does it?
No, there's no tag on this. Oh, there we go.
Easy nails.
Bastille says it's nearly the same price he paid for a 1080 Ti before the crisis.
Lucky guy.
Yeah,
Doesn't that make
Person.
you happy to like get in before the crash of like or the wave?
I know, right?
It's like selling stock before the company tanks.
Also, is that
The
a
opposite.
2.5 slot card?
Let's find out. Looks like a 2. It's not that.
It's
It's not
very
that
tight
big.
too.
It's pretty slender, actually. I'm seeing chunkier.
An Idle 7 on Twitch. Yeah, we don't need any of that here, so keep those comments to yourself.
Look at this. It even comes like in this little cover.
Yeah.
That is
I don't
nice.
know what the point of that is, but
J-
it makes
maybe,
you feel better.
well, maybe if you're like going to handle it, it's nice to have that on there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't.
On a really dry day after you just rubbed a bunch of balloons on yourself, I guess, maybe. I don't know what the point is.
John also thinks bread is a scam. I guess I'm the only one here.
It is a scam, dude. I've never, you know what? Whenever we go to Reno to go to the all-you-can-eat place, you ain't coming with me. It's a waste of money.
Brad.
Where's Adam? He's in the bread line. Bread line?
Brad says, "Remember when you can get a RX 480 for like $130?"
Crying.
You just have
Crying.
to say it in the right way, Brad. I remember back in the day when you can get RX 480.
Back in my day. Line it up. And Rusty says, "Remember when you can get a 1066 gig for $250?"
Oh my God. Yeah, it was December. It's insane. It's going to come back down though.
Funky Mosquito says he got a 1070 for $900.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Man, that's rough. That's real rough.
That is
There we go.
rough.
Lock that in. You have the. Oh, thank you.
Hey, so it has DVI. That's good.
Really? Wow. Huh.
Yeah, I guess they're doing away. I know the 1080 Ti doesn't have DVI.
May I?
Ultra Burp on Twitch says he's noticing people are selling 1080 Ti's used, and the prices are looking better each week.
But used, man, I don't know if I would take that risk these days.
Yeah.
Unless I really knew the seller. All right, I'm not going to tie it in super tight, but...
I wonder if people are trying to sell them to get out from their high prices they paid. And they just buy back in because they see the...
Oh, Funky Mosquito didn't buy it for 900. He's just saying that's the price right now.
Oh.
In his neck of the woods.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So how many pins? 8?
8.
8.
8 pins. Oh, God, I can't.
So when we turn this on, I believe it plays Tom Jones music.
Oh, no. Or Burt Bacharach.
I don't know, Elvis might be better.
I mean, if it's a Vegas build, we should be playing Elvis.
Viva
you don't love Vinnie Clark?
Vegas. Oh, thank you very much. I guess that's how we got to do our sign off.
What?
Yeah, Elvis. That almost sounded like a cross between Mickey Mouse and Elvis.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cables. All right.
RGB strips.
All right.
Light it up.
All right. I think these are actually magnetic. I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
really?
I didn't think they were, but then I went back and I read the descriptions. Oh, I'm going to need...
Now, you see, I brought my knife to IDG so we can open these boxes.
Just don't do it like that in front of HR when they come back, okay?
Well, what the hell? We're not getting on a 747,
No,
for
it's on the
God's
side.
sake.
It's on the side.
Are we? Are we not?
What are you supposed to do, like, when you open a letter? What are you supposed to do?
Use your teeth.
Benchmade.
One more. Thanks. So these are Silverstone. I just picked them because I wanted some diversity
Nice.
in...
But if they're magnetized, that's pretty. Oh, whoa.
I don't know, are they magnetized? I think I have to pull off this red strip, maybe? I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, I think it's just tape.
This is a lot of LED lighting.
Nope,
though.
that's adhesive. That is not magnetic.
But still, I mean.
Where would I put this?
I
That's
do
the thing,
like-
I don't know. Maybe like up here? But then that's too far away to reach
don't know.
the problem is that's too far. Maybe I'll put it on the sides. Like right here. But then would you really see it?
Like 2 of these is enough.
Yeah, I just got 3 packs just because I was being a little gratuitous. Maybe I'll just put it right here. I think I'll put one just for the finishing the build. Maybe I'll just put one here and then down here, but I'm not gonna.
Do you have,
Do I have?
oh Lord. Do they give you the header adapters?
Plug it
Looks
in,
like
plug
you
it
need
in.
Nope.
Is there anything free?
Well, that's why Daisy changed. So I got these.
Yeah, but you need the,
Oh, I need the mail. Well, I think I just connect like right from here.
oh,
I
okay.
think those are extenders. I think. And I think you can connect them. I think those are maybe a connector, so I can chain them.
I'm gonna, you got that one?
I don't think I need any more.
Okay.
I think 1 pack would have been fine. Maybe 2 at most.
Brad says he just uses his fingers to open envelopes.
It's very old school.
Sorry, company policy, no fingers allowed.
And Bastonex says recently in the PC Perspective mailbag.
No, it's magnetic.
Is it?
Magnets are in the end.
Oh.
So,
You're right, actually. I don't think... How am I supposed to connect these?
pretty clever. I think we're kind of screwed because we don't have any more, unless there's something with,
We don't have any more beer? Yeah, we do.
no, one of the kits, unless you're going to have,
Do I just plug it into this? Nope.
boy, but then you're, is that just a controller box, or
Here.
that looks like just
Can I just
voltage?
plug it? I don't think it actually fits together.
No, you're going to need, oh man.
All right, tabling the light strips for now.
Yeah, but this is not how we're gonna run a casino.
Hey, we just need to get it to
Magnetic. Cool.
Yeah, the end. I think the magnets are on the end.
No, actually, the whole thing is.
Oh, really?
I think
There's
so,
more?
Because when I tap it here.
That is clever. Very nice. Silverstone LSO2, which is nice because you get the magnets so you can sort of place them around before you want to use your adhesives to make it a little more permanent. Very nice.
The problem is I don't know how to actually attach them.
18
I will
LEDs,
save that for.
magnetic with adhesive strap.
That can be part of your wrap up.
Yeah,
how
I
you
might do
ended up
that.
doing it.
Compatible with, of course, ASUS MSI Gigabyte ASRock. Oh, BioStar has one too.
BioStar.
ASUS Aura
That's
Sync,
a name I haven't heard
MSI
in a long
Mystic
time.
Light Sync, Gigabyte RGB Fusion, ASRock, Aura RGB, and BioStar Racing. Yeah, let's get a couple more in there.
BioStar is a name I have not
Are there
heard
any
in a long
more
time.
possible?
And Pet May on YouTube. None of that. We don't stand for that junk here, so keep that to yourself.
All right, gonna have to figure that out later. But see if these, how well the magnets hold, because I'm gonna pick up the case. My God, look at this pile of crap. I'm never gonna sort it out later. Yeah, it's not horrible.
Yeah, still looking pretty good. That's
mean,
way better
cable management
than Gordon.
Could
Whoa, it wasn't that bad.
could be better.
We should go back and look at your Threadripper build. That was
Yeah, I busted out. It's looking pretty now. I got to swap the processor out and still.
we might
Well,
as well
magnets
just.
are holding.
Oh,
Look.
okay,
That is a nice touch.
that's good.
Silverstone LSO2 with magnets.
Oh, I should read the box.
Oh, and Oxize says RGB strips on white cases look nice when they're hidden away. The reflections of the colors, like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think once we actually put the case door on, you won't be able to see it. I'm guessing. I don't know where the window is exactly.
And Rusty's asking, are we going to get updates on the build after the cable management?
Yes. So the plan is, like with all of our builds, so we're gonna have a wrap-up video, and accompanying bit
Postmortem.
in the article, postmortem, about how we felt about the build, or specifically how I felt about the build, what I would do next time, what I could do better next time, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I think you would actually want to put the adhesive because this already.
Not a great magnet, is it? It's probably
Well,
very thin.
I think the other problem is that because this is painted, that might be making it a little harder to give it a surface to
Yeah.
connect to.
I could also see the magnets mostly just for figuring out where you want to make it permanent.
Yeah,
Do you have the controller box from Cooler Master?
I do.
Do you think there's... I wonder if we could run it all off that. Because we're kind of stuck.
It does have a couple of these things in it.
Oh, well that's good. That's all you need. That's all you need. And this ain't gonna work. But I think if you just simply run all these, so just use those, let's just plug these in. You can run the strips off. You got anything open? still?
Yeah, I got this, the one that Daisy chained.
Damn it.
Language.
And John Malkovich remembers the 1920 by 1080 build. It was so long ago.
Yes.
It was a long time
it's still
ago.
sitting there.
We've done
Oh, well, this is nice. There's
3 or 4
of
builds
these.
since then?
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to plug it into? So, where are your strips?
I got one here, and one here.
So we
But the
only
problem is that I
need-
think I can just connect these somehow. If I can connect these, then I only have to have one. What is happening next door?
Just moving
Dan
around.
is like tearing
Dan's
it up
so
in there.
angry. He's like,
Oh, aren't you guys done yet?
All right, installation. That tells me nothing.
I think all you got to do is run it from the splitter. So let's just. So that is that, and then where's your output from this, right?
Yes, but I think we'll also want to connect.
That's coming off the board, right?
We'll want to connect. Yeah, this come off the board. Do you want to connect that to this?
Oh, there's one down there.
Yeah.
Daniel says, according to the clock, the pizza should almost be here.
I feel like that's the most exciting part of this build.
And it is from New York.
Is to finish it.
This came from New York. So I think yeah. And we have a couple more of those too, so. Or 3 more of those.
Okay. Let's see if that works.
You want to fire it up?
Yes.
Make sure no cables are blocking fans.
So far, so good.
You don't have
So far,
you
so
have a power
good. But I
cable?
got
The
this.
top fan okay?
Sorry?
Top fan okay?
Yeah, it should be all plugged in theory.
Well, but I mean, away from cables away from the fan.
What do you mean?
Like if there's any of the
It's all clean.
cables rubbing up against it.
No, I mean, I mean, it's again the management's not great right now, but I don't think anything's touching.
Okay. Just double checking.
Do we need a power cable?
Yes, no, I got one. No. I have just a bad feeling it's not going to post.
Why?
Because the stream's gone on for so long already.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't see, there's really nothing, I mean, complicated about it. It should fire right up.
There's not, but I feel like there was so many cables that I'm not used to dealing with that I might have just missed something in the normal order of things that I would not normally forget.
I'm just gonna
Man,
look
I
up
got so much
where the
cleanup to do later, y'all. Oh, this is yours.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave the shroud there. Martin's getting pretty shots of the interior. So everyone can look upon my cable management and judge as I am judging myself.
You can see it enough.
Garbage. Is this really an Asus monitor?
RGB
yes.
build brought to you by Asus.
Is it all
And
plugged?
Silverstone and Cooler Master.
Yeah, it's plugged in.
And Corsair.
And Corsair.
Let's not
And
forget.
AMD. And Disney.
Disney.
Makers of
Disney Infinity.
The Avengers, Infinity War. Whatever happened to Movie Phone Guy?
I think he probably still does voices for something related to movies. His voice is too good to not.
What would his voice possibly be used for, though, Movie Phone Guy? Of course, no one will remember. All the millennials will be like, what?
Would you
movie
quit
phone
saying
guy?
that? Millennials aren't that young.
Yeah, but you know what? Believe me, they were not using Movie Phone.
Yeah, I was.
Their parents were.
I was using movie
We
phone.
used Movie Phone. We were teenagers, but we used Movie Phone.
You guys aren't millennials.
Sometime,
are.
yeah, I'm
We're
right
the-
on the cusp.
I
we're
think you
right
guys
at
were
the-
Yeah.
generation
Generation.
12 Zulu or something like that.
12 seasons.
I don't know. They make everything up every day. I can't keep up with it.
Oh,
Back in
blocking
my
the
day,
cameras.
we didn't even have generations.
That's fine. You're fine.
All right.
You got it.
Building.
Nice.
Oh, my failure is imminent.
Everyone's
I'm also
very
not
excited.
Confident that I put in the front panel
Everyone's very excited.
pins correctly.
Well, you can always just use the power switch.
And once again, Pet May, those comments, we don't need those around here, so we're going to put the band hammer down if you don't shut up.
Well, let's see. Is this an HDMI or? Nope, that's HDMI.
DisplayPort.
I know. There we go.
Boom.
Boom. I hope it doesn't matter which one I put it
Nah.
into. Sometimes I actually have run into trouble with that.
Turn, turn the.
Speaking of sponsored by Asus, I got, so the one weird thing about the different ecosystems is that they don't have consistent third-party peripheral support. So like Gigabyte supports, I think, Corsair keyboards and mice and stuff, but Asus has yet to support third-party. So to keep this build all super glowy, they were kind enough to also send me, knife please.
Oh, nice.
They were kind enough to send me
Very
some
nice.
peripherals that have RGB as well.
Asus is not supporting it because they're the ones that are in front of all the RGB.
Perfect.
I was told No timeline or anything specific, but that there's plans to eventually support third-party keyboard and mice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we'll see
But, you know,
when that comes about. Not that this is necessary for posting, but I figured we may as well do the
is
full
it
thing
true
here.
that RGB makes you play games better, Elena?
I mean, if you're talking about me with a mouse and keyboard, sure.
You have to get used to the colors on the screen, so it's more responsive.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And Tom
Oh,
Mendel,
it's
we are
wireless
not using
package
vMix
with
for streaming.
keyboard. Nice.
What? Is that a wireless mouse? Doesn't look like it. I think it's just the cable comes out so that if you want to take it with you, it's.
I didn't see that. Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea because the cables are often the thing that go bad in these things.
Yeah.
So.
Is it a standard cable? Is it like micro USB?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And the keyboard has MX Cherry Reds, not blues.
Okay, we have no USB in the front, so I'm going to plug this in the back.
I mean, hopefully we won't need any of these peripherals and it'll just post.
Oh, right. I'm just plugging it in mostly because
Yeah.
I want to see the
Light 'em
glow,
up.
glow. How are we doing over there, Gordon?
I can't get this stupid cover off because it's
There's a little tab right here at the top.
it's folded in.
It's just things everywhere.
Red RGB gives you more HP, blue gives you more mana, green, violet, and orange give you better drop rates for magical items.
There you go.
Yep.
Adam?
Says Bestinix.
Love you, man.
Huh. They give you 2 cables.
Yeah, they do. That one's shorter. Let's see. Monitor's not turning on, so I think maybe I need to plug it into a different outlet.
Gordon speaking.
It's on, it's on.
Is it?
Yeah, it just came on. Give it a second, I'll come back.
Yep, I will
Just gonna
be
get
right there.
this logo up on it.
Do you need
There we
my
go.
card or no?
Wait, is
Okay.
this the moment?
Okay.
You gotta turn the
Pizza's here.
Turn it towards the camera.
Oh, right. The problem is that I gotta switch it to display port. Here we go. Are you on display port? You didn't. There we go. Okay.
Oh, you got it.
All right, here we go.
And if it works good, then Gordon will bring back pizza.
Oh my God! Look at the lights! Look at the lights!
Woohoo! Yay! Oh man, that is
Oh,
a
but
lot of light.
I don't think it's posed. Like actually, I think
I don't think it
I'm.
matters, as long
I
as you
think
got
I
the
got.
lights.
Well, no, I think it's about to give me an error.
Yeah.
See anything on screen?
Come on, baby. The screen does take a second to pop on.
Yeah, but it should have come on by now.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh,
What are these numbers?
that is a lot of glowing.
I,
Yeah, we'd have to
that's
look at the
CPU
manual.
temperature. But if it was truly giving me an error, I think it would just stay on the error code. And I think.
Unless it's cycling through all of the problems.
Oh!
Oh, yay!
It posted!
Yay! Woohoo!
I actually got it to go in the first try.
Good
Thanks,
job,
everybody.
Elena. Yay! Nice.
Nice.
Nice. And look at those
Look at that glow!
colors. Oh, man.
This is the reason why we spent gratuitous amounts of money, or would
Yeah.
have spent gratuitous amounts of money on this build. Look how pretty this is. Martin, come around the side here to see the fans in the front.
I don't know my cables.
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
Let me-
you've got room.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
Wow, look
Oh,
at this.
man.
Look at that. See what I mean about the crazy
Dang.
200 millimeter RGB
All
fans?
right, that's pretty nice.
This is super pretty, and the white really makes it nice. Oh, we have pizza!
And to celebrate, we have pizza.
We have pizza. Thanks, John.
Yay.
And I keep forgetting the microphone is on me, and I probably just blew out everyone's
Yeah,
eardrums.
it's fine.
Sorry,
you know,
everybody.
it happened. Yay.
I got excited.
Everyone's very,
Oh, see?
very excited.
Put it on the stool, Gordon. Just behind you.
No, you crazy?
Oh.
This is
It is a
$40
big-
pizza. I'm not
Here,
letting go of this
here.
thing.
Here, Gordon, got it.
I've got.
Oh, did ya?
I got it.
$40. And I'm hungry.
Well, careful. That's the glass side. Yay!
It's nice.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, what the hell's up with the bell peppers?
Language.
Bell peppers on here.
Language. And I'm only saying language because you told me I can't swear. So if I can't get the enjoyment of swearing, nobody can. Isn't it pretty?
Look in here.
Oh, oh, so nice. Oh, look, and the light strips are actually glowing too.
Oh, the HDMI display.
Look.
So the nice thing is once
Martin,
you
point
install
down
all
real
the
quick.
software,
you
you
can,
can control
the light
it.
strips right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's glowing too.
I don't know if he's getting that.
Yeah, now I'm getting it.
You can control it all from the software, right?
It should. That's the thing I'm really going to be testing.
Brad says we
It
we got
needs-
victory pizza.
Yeah.
It needs that second strip, I think.
I would like to line the top as well, like chain them all around this side right here. I think that would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
He's already into the pizza.
You can run them off of it now, go on the top and the back.
Yeah, this is gonna be. It's too bad these aren't more flexible because I had kind of hoped I could do like shape it into like a
that is
PC World
pretty.
logo right here. And
Yeah.
put it on top of
Well-
Cooler Master, but put it on top of Cooler Master's logo.
Hey, but
Use the wires.
the ones that come with the AU5 are pretty thin. Might be able to do
The problem is
something
I don't
with
know if
that.
that's actually compatible with Aura Sync.
Oh,
My
it.
goal for this build was to control it through one piece of software. That's the reason why I have so many parts from the similar companies.
CPU fan speed error detected.
Oh,
well, one
Oh, and that's nice.
something.
The keyboard and the keyboard and the mouse really hold the room together.
Yeah, got those cherry reds.
I kind of like this to be a little more intense.
I might have the CPU fan in the wrong slot. I might have to put it in the other one. I wasn't sure which one was the optional one, which one was the main one.
It feels like, yeah, it needs just a little more light.
Needs a little more light. Oh, I do have an arrow code now. Yeah, so it seems like I might need to put this fan header on this one instead. For CPU.
Actually, that RAM is pretty nice.
Yeah, G-Skills. Originally, I had a kit early on with Ryzen last year, and you had to plug an additional cable into it.
You know, you should,
Now
you
it's
should
powered off
put
of
a
them.
light strip in here.
Oh, that's
if
gonna
you're
be
not gonna
no,
use-
because the shroud's gonna cover that.
Oh,
Turn the lights off.
oh,
Oh.
turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna lose power if we do that.
Oh,
Don't turn the lights off.
Yeah. Well, actually, wait, what's plugged into this one? This one should be good.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice. Fancy. Fancy. I'll even see the glow on the side.
oh man, this is the best.
you want to add the second strip now? No.
Nah, I mean we got it to post. That's usually their end point, and
Yep.
we're only a little bit past 3 hours.
You beat the pizza.
Like 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
This is not 3 hours.
Looks good. Yeah, that's awesome.
And you got pizza out of it.
Escape from New York pizza is not bad. It ain't New York pizza.
How's the pizza going?
Oh
Now,
shoot, it's 2
Margarita
o'clock. I
Bar
thought it was
or
1
Joe's
o'clock.
Pizza.
Yeah, we're like
Better
4
pizza.
hours.
No wonder everyone's hungry.
All right. Well, why don't you tell everyone what they can expect?
All right,
next.
so next steps for me are going to be predominantly cleaning up those cables and then also figuring out just what I can do with the Aura Sync software. I mean, in theory, I should be able to tie, oh, we're looking at my cider. We should be able to tie together some macros or automated, lights. I'm not sure if I can get it to tie in to smart home stuff, but if I could somehow get it to flash if a pizza delivery guy shows up, that would be pretty awesome. So yeah, just more exploration, seeing at what I can do with it. If people have suggestions for light color schemes, I'm happy to take them. I am not really great with interior decoration or lights or anything like that, so I'm likely to just let this flash around like Vegas.
And real quick, Nathan Lowry gave us 100 more Illuminati
Ooh,
tokens
thank you.
for the effort. So thank you, Nathan, and thank you for all the people who subscribed. So yeah.
Hey, cool. I really like those light strips. I feel like it really adds something.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, Gordon. Gordon, he
Okay, I
loves
think it's
it.
time for some Victory Pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Victory Pizza. Thank you, everyone, for tuning
thanks all
in.
for tuning in.
And check back shortly for the follow up. Thanks, everyone. Bye.